It's Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out. Poker. You know the game?
Clobberanimo!
Come get some.
It's Clobberin time!
The word is given.
Clobberanimo!
Greetings, and of course, don't forget greetings and felicitations to you all, my dear friends, my clobberers and clobberanimos and clobberusies and clobberoids and clobberians and clobologists, and to all who clobber, but if you do not clobber yet and wish to someday, all you got to do, as we all know, thanks to the great Wagner and the great Douglas Adams, is to bang the rocks together, guys. So you will learn how to do that. All right. Well, here we go. Welcome to Clobberin Times, issue number 478 on YouTube, of course. Number 1,478 as of this week. Over the last 15 years, that is. So this week makes it about, I think it's the 19th, this Friday. This week makes it about, officially 15 years that I've been doing this sort of thing. Since, I believe, April 19th of 2009. And, yep. And you're going, wow, that long? You still haven't got it right. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe another 15. And I'll get it maybe to a little bit better. I doubt it. Don't hold me to that. Anyway, it's good to see you, my buddies. We're glad to see you all here tonight for Wild Card Wednesday night Open Geekness, which means it's going to be openy and geeky. We're going to talk about openy, geeky things that are open, not closed, in other words. So it's going to be not closed Geekness, not closed Open Geek Talk, but open Geek Talk. See what I mean? Well, if you do, then let me know. But it's good to see y'all, buddies. Have a little fun. Just you and me hanging like we did Monday night. Just anything you got on your mind, as long as it falls into my geek parameters or things we do talk about, yeah. And things we do. For example, on Monday night, if it wasn't comics, we don't touch it. Tonight, it could be comics, but it could be anything that it falls under in my geek wheelhouse. Comics, sci-fi, science fiction stuff. I almost said sci-fi. Sorry. No, I did say it. But geekness, basically. Trek. And, any of the geek news of the day. Just nothing serious. Well, we can be serious about our geekness, I guess, to make you happy. So let me do my show notes and then the shouty outies. How and shall we? And let's see here. Where's we? That's right. We're at Wild Card Wedding Wednesday night tonight. And let's see. I want a big shout out, by the way, first of all, to our great buddy Stone Loki. Ben, if you're listening out there, buddy, we didn't get to do weren't able to do a comic roundtable today. Just thinking about you, buddy, and miss hanging out with you, and hope to see you soon. You are the man. So sometimes we don't get to do it on a Wednesday night, but he's a great one, and whenever we can, we will. Should be back with the roundtable soon. But best out there to you, though, bro. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. I forgot I was showing that to you. Of course, you can always find me on Tuesdays and Thursday nights on the great Tom Connors channel. Midnight Edge After Dark. Hanging out with that august group, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. What a great bunch there. Always fun talking a little pop culture with that amazing group of panelists. Where are we at? So tomorrow night, it's that clubhouse. Same clubby time, same clubby channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. My wonderful first officer, Commander R.M. Briggs, and the great chief engineer, Mark D. with a C, join me as always for a review of a Blake 7 episode. Now we're on a Kolchak the Night Stalker, so an episode of that, and an issue of Star Trek Unlimited, the Marvel Star Trek comics. So we're reviewing, and more reviewing. So that's going to be great. And then it's Fantastic Fridays every Friday night on my great buddy J-Man's channel. J-Man, our good buddy Sean, and myself, we are committed to reviewing all of probably the greatest run in all of comics history. The legendary Jack Kirby's monumental run on the world's greatest comic magazine, the Fantastic Four, 1 through 102, and the first 6 annuals. That is 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central on Fantastic Friday nights. We've already got 2 of those under our belt. We do 4 issues a week. So we will have, that means we're going to be, this will be our 3rd show. So we're going to have Fantastic Four 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 9 through 12, looking forward to that. And then on occasion, or usually, actually most Friday nights, it can be found at my great buddy 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser's channel for the Friday Night Comic Shop Talk. The good buddy Nick hosts a great show. If you like to just sit back and wind down and, have a nice, easy, relaxed time hanging out with some cool comic geeks, 8:30 Central. The Friday Night Comic Shop boys, that's the place you want to be. Then, of course, Saturday Night Star Trek, as always. Same Trek time, same Clobby channel, 9 p.m. Central, every Saturday night. My wonderful first officer and I'm reviewing all of Star Trek from 66 through 05. Nothing else matters. Nothing else counts. Nothing else is worth it. Everything after 05 is filth. Some would say even some of the stuff we were doing before that was filth, but it falls under the purview, so we do it. We're reviewing it all 735 segments of it, and we are now in getting close to the middle of season 6 of Star Trek Voyager. So join us for that. And again, end your week in geek at the great Mark D with a C's channel, 10 p.m. Eastern, every Sunday night for the Saturday Night Geekery, which sometimes become eatery. And there you have it. Let me do some shout outs. I'll get you all there in the chat. We have, of course, the great Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher. Hope you had a great time at the big Vegas meetup with Gary from Road Roddick and all that great gang out there, buddy. The great Chris Persia, Vindicator Wrench of the Great White North. Thank you for all you do, my good buddy. Chris Persia, I hope your father's doing better, man. We all, it's one of those, we're all in those times when we're worried about our parents. I know I'm not worried about mine, so I know how you feel, and I wish you the best, buddy. And your father the best. The great D. Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron. Been too long, man. We need to talk some more Iron Man, and maybe some more George Tuska soon. Lord Thoth, God of the wrenches. Avon lives, long live the Legion, bud. My aforementioned great buddy J-Man, partner in crime on Earth, B, the wrench without fear, Legionnaire, and fantastic reviewer extraordinaire. Maddie's daddy, Thor in Vegas. Hey, actually, he's not in Vegas right now. He is down in my neck of the woods. He just got here. I'm hoping I'm going to see him tomorrow. Maddie's daddy, Steve, or is it tomorrow or the next day? One day I'm going to get to go. Hopefully, go get lunch with him. So, a great old friend, Maddie's daddy. I'm looking forward to it. Super Wrench Kal-El. Phantom outside of the Rascally Wrench. Clobberin time zone. Music Meister. Maximum Redstone. And the great Larry of our triple Bullwinkle wrench. Now, let me go over. I don't know who's here because I've been looking at the other things. So I'm going to just go shout everybody out who is in the chat. Me and my monkey. Hello there. Popped in about 3 hours ago. I hope you're still here. FKH 2005. Hey, Tim, what's happening? Putin's cat. I thought I saw Putin's cat. What's up? I did see a Putin's cat. Putin cat. Yeah. Says, can we discuss the violence inherited in the system? Well, it just depends on the system and how geeky it is, buddy. That's all I can say about that one. Ravenscroft, my friend. All right. And Gwagnar. What's up, Gwag? Claude Salling. Hey. Let's see whom else. Dave C. What's up, Dave? JT Kirk was a man. He was a big man. With an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. And he is Kirok. DJ Play Nice. Hey. Captain Nemesis. Hey. What's up, dude? Let's see, y'all. David Glenn. Welcome, sir. Penny. Hello, Penny. Good to see you, my dear. Hope you're doing well. Claude Salling. What is up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Always good to see you, Claude. Let's see. The great 1701 Tex. I still think FA when I see your name, dude, because of the old days. Can you believe we've been doing this 15 years, dude? No. J-Man is awake. Hey, Jay. What's up, bro? The great J-Man. Please, everyone, go to his channel. I spend a lot of time there, and I love it, and I love those guys over there. And J-Man, put your link in the chat. Make sure to see anyone who has not already subscribed, and I don't know if anyone hasn't, but if you have not, please do me a favor and subscribe to J-Man's great channel. All righty, then. Let's see who else we got up in here. Looks like I got everybody for now. Anyone, of course, who pops in will be duly shouted out. And yeah, there we go. Wow. Okay. Yeah, man, go for it, dude. Good to see you. All right. Let's see. Yep, 15 years this Friday, I calculated. If I'm, I believe Texer. Yep. 15 years of just yakking my stupid face off into a so-called microphone. And boy, it's maybe primitive now, but it was really even more primitive back then. It was insane. Yes, that's right. Ravenscroft. J-Man is doing Dazzler series right now. Great. He's reviewing Dazzler. I never thought there'd be a man ever with the stones to review Dazzler comics. But he has them. Putty Tat says, does anyone think Jolene Blaylock looks like Hilary Swank's slightly hotter sister? It's not a crazy idea, Putin, but I can't say I ever did think that. But now that you mention it, I can see where you might say that, and definitely where she's hotter. Hilary Swank's a nice looking lady, but yeah, Jolene is smoking off the charts, in my opinion. So that's not bad. And yeah, I love Jolene Blaylock. I cannot wait. Man, I've been saying this a lot. I cannot wait to get to Enterprise. Yeah, David, Glenn, I hear you. Let's see what's going on out there in the geekness. I will say, all right, is anyone out there keeping track of X-Men 97? I don't know if anyone's been watching that. My buddy J-Man has a review of it, by the way. He's been reviewing it. I'm not reviewing it or anything, but good. Right now, about if you all go to J-Man's channel, he's releasing nightly videos where he's reviewing one at a time every episode of Star Trek the original series, which is very good. I'm enjoying him doing that, and I like to always pitch in with a comment. We're talking, we're having a fun convo about that. Of course, I'm gonna be ranking. Yeah, I'm gonna be ranking all the episodes of the original series very soon, ranking and rating them for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it, because I love talking about the original series. I miss talking about the original series, Now, but I'm not really reviewing X-Men 97, but I am watching it. And J-Man, by the way, J-Man, if you want to see reviews of the show, he is reviewing it also. He's releasing weekly review videos of that and other stuff like some comics and other things. And again, like I said, he's got the Dazzler stream he does. Of course, he and I and Sean review Legion of Superheroes every week. That was a lot of fun the other night, by the way. So yeah, we're having some fun. Reviewing comics is so much fun for me. Putin's Cat. I remember only one episode where they tried to get Linda Park without a shirt, and they did. And I don't think there are any other ones I'm not sure there was more than one time. But and I've watched the Enterprise all the way through so many times. But one of the things I did really enjoy about that latest listen to me, episode of X-Men 97. All right, so far, I think again. Well, first I'll set it up because those don't know. Well, Gwag, I'll tell you like this. This is so you'll get some context. This is me, the lay of land with me regarding the old the Fox X-Men cartoon of the 90s and X-Men 97, and it's this. Back in the 90s when that cartoon was coming on, of course, who doesn't love that really cool theme song? It's great. I watched it sporadically. By the time that show, started running, I wasn't reading X-Men anymore. It'd been years since I've read X-Men. And so I thought it was okay at the time, but I didn't really like the lineup too much. I don't like Gambit. I don't like Jubilee. We had very little Nightcrawler or Colossus. Everybody else was fine. But, I couldn't give a crap about. Personally, I don't like Gambit and I don't like Jubilee. So that bothered me. I watched it every now and then. I was kind of so. About maybe a year or two ago now, I went back and had access to all of it. So I binge watched the whole thing. What is it, 4 or 5 seasons? Where it was 5 seasons. And I enjoyed it to an extent. I didn't like the way they adapted certain classic stories. I thought they dropped the ball a lot of times. It was still fun to watch, but it was, I had my issues with it, you might say. But overall, it was cool. It was fun. And I understand why it had a huge fan following, especially, for X-Men fans. So it was a cool show to watch. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought that last season was really cut rate because looked like they went to a cheaper animation company or something. I don't know. Maybe I think the animation in that last season of the X-Men the 90s cartoon was total shite. So but yeah, it was okay. I liked it enough when I went back and watched it all, because back when it was originally airing, I was always working and doing stuff. I didn't get to watch it that often. Like I said, I had my issues with the way they adapted things. I had my issues with some of the soap, there was so much Claremont soap opera in that thing. So X-Men 97, we've heard all these things about it going in. There was going to be Wokedy, and there was going to be all these problems. We were afraid of that because of things that the idiot showrunner who was fired a week before the show came out, or main writer, whatever he was, producer, whatever he was fired, a week before the show came out. And he said a lot of stupid stuff building up to it. There was a lot of fighting going on about it. But so far we've had, what is it, Jay, 5 episodes or 6? Yeah, Nightcrawler's added to the intro. He's been in it a little bit. He was in it a little bit last week. Yeah. There's a lot of okay, we're at 6 episodes so far. It's supposed to be all told. There's supposed to be 7, I believe. I hear you, Ravenscroft. I see what you're saying. K. Roberts, hey there. So I thought this past week was the one I actually enjoyed the most because I'm a sucker for the Imperial Guard, who were basically designed by Dave Cockrum. Hey, Latino Slant, what's up, buddy? Paulie. Brian Hepburn, how you doing, Brian? Hey, Paulie, what's up, buddy? Congrats on the big jump on the subs there, brother. It's good to see you, man. Everybody, the great Latino Slant. Paulie's here. First buddy I made on YouTube. I was just talking, Paulie. I was just saying this week marks 15 years of podcasting for me, but I've only been on YouTube a little under 4 years, right on 4 years. So this X-Men 97 so far, back on X-Men 97. Like I said, I'm not reviewing it. Go to J-Man if you want to get reviews of it, but I think it's been okay so far. All the stuff, all the warning stuff, and Paulie, anytime you want to come on and hang out on one of my open nights like this, you're welcome to, buddy. But it's pretty. So far, a lot of the warnings that we had and a lot of the problems that we heard about, haven't seen any of that. Not much. And they kind of tweaked the opening theme, which kind of they kind of tweaked the opening scene a little bit. Ravenscroft, yeah, right, man. It's I don't know, something a little bit off about the opening theme. It sounded better on the old show, and it's a nitpick. I get it. Let me see. There are things here and there, but for the most part, it looks and feels a lot like the old show, which is what the fans want, right? Tim's Talk, what's up, dude? What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Tim's Talk. Yeah, so far it's the same show as it was before, which is what fans want. So I think that's pretty cool. It has all of that Claremont soap opera that fans look. If you're an X-Men fan, and I mean, the whole deal of the X-Men, the way they were in the late 70s into the early 80s and into the 90s. And again, full disclosure, I'm not the biggest X-Men guy. I like them, but they're not on my top or anything. I like some of the run. I love the, Claremont and Byrne, Claremont Cockrum, Claremont Byrne run. And that's about it for me. So I like them fine. So I don't really have a big dog in the hunt in this case. Yeah, Gwag, that's true. He did. It was actually the only time I liked Gambit last week. Stephen Mack, what's up, dude? So have they had for villains up to now? Who have they had? Well, if you're talking about 97 Ravenscroft, they've had, Magneto's they're doing that whole trial of Magneto redemption crap. So he's with the X-Men right now, but they've had they've had Sentinels and Trask, and they're about to, they're bringing back all the basic villains they've had so far slowly. But this latest episode, I really liked it. Larry says Claremont the best writer? ? Well, he's the one that wrote it longer than anybody because there was Yeah, Goblin Queen, Mojo, Sentinels, like J-Man saying. I guess he's the guy that was the definitive writer of the X-Men, and it's probably not even close. For better or worse, he really made them super popular. Whoa! Brian Hepburn got the Micronauts omnibus today. Very cool, man. Excellent. So anyway, a couple of issues back, I should say, a couple of episodes back. Storm lost her. And by the way, I never liked that white costume she had on the cartoon before, and I never liked in the new cartoon she had this she's had this stupid mohawk that looks kind of similar to the Punk Storm look. Well, she lost her powers a few weeks ago. Look, spoiler alert. I'm spoilering a few things here, not really major stuff. It was a really cool scene at the end of the last one where when she gets her powers back, because that's not spoiler, you knew she would. Everything's based in some comics. She actually got her black costume back from the early Byrne era, Claremont Byrne era, and her hair back the way it was supposed to be. She looks beautiful. Oh yeah, that scene, dude, J-Man, when she got the powers back and she had the old black costume with the white hair, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful. And this episode was really good because I always liked the Imperial Guard. For those who don't know, Gladiator and all those. Basically, the Imperial Guard was pretty much designed by Claremont and Cockrum. Dave Cockrum designed them to look like the Legion of Superheroes. Because this was around the time where Marvel and DC had planned to do an X-Men Legion of Superheroes crossover. Later, that got changed into the X-Men New Teen Titans. But for a while, the plan was going to be X-Men Legion of Superheroes before that. And it didn't happen, unfortunately. But Cockrum, the Shi'ar Imperial Guard. And by the way, how cool was it that they had Kree in there, and they even had Ronan the Accuser, who they all look like they're right out of the comics. Everything on this show looks like it's right out of the comics and out of the old cartoon. So far, they've gone out of their way to make it look that way, which makes it a lot of fun. So, there you go. Hey, Paulie, okay, good. Have a good one, bro. Yeah, I don't know if you like the old X-Men cartoon or not, but I think you might. If you did, I think you might enjoy this, buddy. And so, look, I got to admit, it's got all those bad names in the credits that are people that aggravate me. But yeah, oh yeah, Deathbird's in it. I mean, that's crazy. It is. Look, they promised to make it something the fans would want to see, and if you're a fan of that cartoon, you probably at least like it so far. Lemon Pie, what's up? Good to see you. But man, seeing the Imperial Guard, that was like just seeing the Legion of Superheroes on a cartoon, and it's sort of. And I kind of enjoyed that. That was kind of cool. And so it's like I said, there's 6 episodes in, and it's been a pretty good show. I mean, some people don't like it, but for the most part, it's been decent. I mean, like I said, I've been moderately enjoying it and not having anything to complain about. And this last week was the one I think I enjoyed the most. Although the week before, while overly dramatic and weird, felt like it would be an end of a season more type thing, was really good. Because the show gets bogged down in all the Claremont soap opera stuff, but that's what the X-Men. If you don't like that, then you're not much of an X-Men fan anyway, because that is part and parcel of modern X-Men since Giant Size X-Men 1. The book, good or bad, it's always been full of soap opera. And I always call it Claremont soap opera because it is pretty much him. But people seem to like that. They like superhero soap opera, which it's perfectly fine. I agree, J-Man. J-Man says it's better than all the live action films. Yeah, put together, in fact. Because it actually is way more pure to what the comics are. They changed some things. And we got 4 more to go. So, and I think they're doing a second season. So look, I despise Disney and all the horrible things they've done. As many Many do. I've hated every one of their shows, and I've tried. And I've watched them almost all of them, with the exception maybe of one or two. But you know what? If you do watch something and you like it, you're obligated to be honest and be fair to it. And that's the way I believe. Even if I think, like the guy who made the show, the guy who got fired a week before the thing out, he's a dumbass and said some stupid shit. But so far, as the saying goes, so far, so good. At least I think it's pretty good. Ravenscroft, X-Men 97 right now is only on Disney Minus. Disney Plus. I don't subscribe, but I have a family member that has the codes, lets me use the codes. So, and they got a lot of good stuff on there if you like watching they got Marvel cartoons and Marvel shows and stuff. Man, look, I despise Disney. I would never subscribe to them, but I'll still watch them. I mean, I'm giving them a watch. I admit it. Sue me. But however you acquire it, All right, Jay, man. See you Friday, buddy. Thanks for being here, bud. Good to see you there, bro. I'll see you at the Star Trek episode tonight, too. Like I said, J-Man is reviewing all of Star Trek, the original series. So a video every night he drops. He gives a short little review of each one, and that's pretty damn cool. So, and like I said, I can't wait for Fantastic Fridays tomorrow. This week, man. It is so great reviewing this Fantastic Four comic with J-Man. So, and Sean. Really enjoying that. Reviewing comics is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. So let's see. JT said the Imperial Guard is no longer of any concern. The regional governors now have direct control over their territories. Yeah, exactly. I'm writing up the lawsuit now. Be prepared for a general court-martial. Yep. No meddling with the data tapes. Keep circulating the tapes, by the way. Tex is probably the only one here that'll catch that reference. Oh dear. We could be playing the game of Rassilon at this very moment. Your tone doesn't inspire much confidence, Doctor. I gather we are not expected to win. Brigadier? Come along, Brigadier. So, what else is new? I don't want to do any, I wrote down some depressing crap. I was about to talk. All the stuff in the news that's geek related is depressing, stupid drivel. But it also borders on political, and I don't want to talk about it. So, keep circulating the thumb drives. Good one. Yeah, exactly, Gwagnar. I let crap about Doctor Who today. Yeah, it's not Doctor Who. The Doctor's gone, dead, and buried. I'll just say this about Doctor Who. As great an actor as Peter Capaldi is, he was never allowed to play the character. So for me, the actual cutoff point is the Time of the Doctor, which I didn't think was very good, but it was the last one with Matt Smith. And, 50 years and it's over. It was a 50-year show. Everything after that is some entity running around thinking he's the Doctor. If you'll recall, Alan Moore's revision of Swamp Thing in the comic, which was brilliant. Don't get me wrong, it was great. But he decided he turned, basically he retconned Swamp Thing's origin and said that Alec Holland actually died, and they basically found out, that the guy found out, the Sutherland guy found out that the entity that combined elements of the swamp and all this stuff was basically a being. It was basically the swamp forming this being, all these different beings that have Alec Holland's memories, but they weren't really Alec Holland. Alec Holland died in the accident, or the fire and and the chemical fire and everything. And so from then on, that Swamp Thing was no longer Alec Holland anymore, and the Alan Moore revision. Well, the entity known as the Doctor died, and the Time Lords just created this shallow duplicate with the same memories. Because remember, all this talk about you could only have 13 regenerations, 12 regenerations, 13 incarnations is it's meaningless if they don't stick to it. As much as I love the 5 Doctors, it was really ridiculous when the Time Lords offered the Master a completely new regeneration cycle if he helped them. Then why was Barusa bothering to try to become immortal and steal Rassilon's shite when he could just do that every so often? So why are they able to give the Doctor a new regeneration cycle when they say after 12 that's it, it's over? So they just changed their own stupid rule. So no, the entity running around in the Doctor's TARDIS after Matt Smith was not the Doctor. It was a copy, and then he went on to be a very bad copy. Ravenscroft says, Clobby, I seriously appreciate your keeping politics out of here. Thank you. I have abandoned other sites because of that. There needs to be some escape from all that anger and frustration. Look, and I'll tell you, Ravenscroft, I'm as concerned about politics as everyone else. I do watch channels that engage in that kind of stuff. It's just I choose not to do it here. I want this to be an escape channel. I don't care what anyone's politics are. Don't put any here in the chat, and you won't hear it. I mean, it's not like I hide my politics. I don't care who knows what they are. I just don't. I want to have fun here, but I don't begrudge anyone who does it. And I'll admit you, I watch that stuff on other people's channels, and I think I can't blame you for not, because it does wear on my nerves. But I think it's cool that I'm glad when people do it. It needs to be done, but everyone doesn't need to do it. You don't have to have it everywhere. You can have the escape channels. I want to be an escape channel. And I've used to be a big time political junkie. I've gotten so old now that I'm not like I used to be about it. I used to be really, really big into that stuff. Now, not so much, but I do know it's important. I just also think, like you say, an escape from all that stuff is also important. And that's what I want to be. Texas Ben's version is better than oh man, I'm getting trouble. Man, it's the T-word Beeb version, though. That's a real low bar to jump. I don't want to get the channel in trouble. The algorithm's really funny about certain words, dude. So, yeah. I wasn't even looking when I put that up there, but hopefully it'll pass by. And I mean, it didn't vaporize your comment, so it might be okay. But yeah, the channel's the livelihood, so whether I like the rules or not, I abide by them. And you never know what the algorithm's going to get you on. And with the way things are about that right now, yeah, I got to watch it. So yeah, everyone, like I say, certain words we got to watch, even in the chat, and I really shouldn't put them on the screen. And that was on me for not looking at that before I put it on the screen. I put it on the screen because it's easier to see it, but from now on, I'll probably need to pre-read comments before I put them on the screen. I usually do it, but I mess up sometimes. The Swamp Thing became an Earth Elemental. That's right, Earth Elemental. That's right, yeah. And DC then decided to double and triple down and make Red Tornado, Air Elemental, Fire Elemental. Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about that, Glag. I didn't really care for that too much, to be honest. I think it's okay to change rules if for some reason the original rule is not great, i.e. swampy. But usually they change stuff to crap on the previous creators. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they do. Moore was being his usual edgy self at that time. I didn't mind it too much because it was such a great story. At least he did great stories, but I think he could have done without that revision personally. I mean, when I read it, I was blown away by how good the story was. But at the time, it didn't bug me as much. But later, on further reflection, I was sort of like, well, maybe not. Proctor Who. Proctor Who. I just saw it. That you can get away with. Didn't the new 52 change Swamp Queen back to Alicon? I don't know. I hate the Screw 52 so much. Squag, I didn't touch it. When the Screw 52 started, that was my out. I mean, it was already kind of out. Look, I'm up and down. Or I have I guess a spotty history with DC and Marvel. Around the time in the early 90s when DC started they were getting bad anyway. I just didn't think they were very good. And when they did Xerox Hour, which I hated, and what they did to Kyle, what they did with that stupid putting Kyle Rayner there, and what they did to Hal Jordan, that was the last straw. I was like, no, thanks. So I dumped out of DC, and for about a good solid 10, 12 years or more, I was just barely, if any, I was not buying their comics. Wouldn't touch them for the most part. I mean, I may have picked up one here and there if I think, but even still, I'm not sure. So I dumped DC. And then when Johns fixed Hal Jordan with the Green Lantern Rebirth, I went back and I started buying a lot of the titles, and I thought there was a lot of good stuff. For a number of years there, I was actually liking them. Now, Marvel, a different story. I was on and off with Marvel. I didn't like them in the 90s either, but and then somewhere in the 2000s, they started doing a lot of crap I didn't like, so I wasn't buying much Marvel either. And then around I don't know, 2009 or so, 8, 9, one of the things that started, I mean, they were doing some good books, but I was really getting sick of events. The events were driving me crazy. Blackest Night, Brightest Day, R.I.P., Final Crisis. Oh God! I mean, everything was a freaking event. I was such a dumbass. I bought every Blackest Night and every crossover, like an imbecile. And I don't even know why, man. It was just, I mean, good Lord. I really would. Looking back, I wish I hadn't done that. I bought all of 52 and Countdown. Not Screw 52, just 52. Remember that one? A comic every week for a year, 52. Then it was Countdown after that. Or before that, one of the two. I'll get them mixed up. Whatever. I still have every issue. Bought all of them. Why you might ask? I don't know. Good question. But I did. And then about a year or so before the Screw 52 was puked out, I was just kind of dropping books. Just because I said I'm tired of these events. Give me a one story. There were some good comics before that. I really like Paul Dini's short but excellent run on Detective Comics. I really like Peter Tomasi's Nightwing, and I was never one to like Nightwing that much. Mrs. Flu, oh my goodness, it's an honor to see you, my dear. Hope you're doing well. How's that Mr. Flu doing? I haven't seen him in a dog's age. I hope he's doing good. So when they got to the Screw 52, I was buying a few books. And when it looked like I said, you know what? I'm going to stop. No, I don't want it. I'm just going to have to stop buying this stuff. My last DC was the 4 characters Return of Superman series. Wow, that's a long time ago. Long time ago, K. Roberts. They have streaming. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're on the. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen those guys because they stream. They're streaming at the. Oh, no, this is Wednesday night though. They just thought, okay, I got you. Anyway, so that was it. I made up my mind. I said, look, Screw 52, it's over. I will not touch it. any of that. I bought. There were a couple of other outlier DC comics that I did buy, but not one Screw 52 did I touch, and never will. And it was just no way. And there were people who would say, "Well, I kind of agree with you, but I did like this Screw 52 book and that Screw 52 book." And by the way, I didn't buy Fleshpoint either. I hate Fleshpoint. But when they would say that, I'd be like, "That's cool, but I'm not into it." They're on Rumble, leaving us YouTubers over here. I got you. Well, I hope they're having a good time rumbling. I should get a Rumble, I guess, one day. I don't know. Should I get a Rumble? No one. Yeah, I would. I don't think I would need one. Wag says, yes, the comic book companies forgot that you needed to first establish a status quo in order to be able to upset the status quo with an event. Yes. Grumbling. We'll start one, Mrs. Lou. We'll call it Grumble. Says, anybody remember Hard Times for Steve Gerber? I also like that one, but I think he died before it ended. I believe he did, Ravenscroft, and I never bought it. Gerber, he was an interesting cat, Steve Gerber. Now that dude was something. You know, he'll always be mainly known for his creating Howard the Duck, but he was an interesting writer too. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just after the Screw 52, that was it. I didn't really. I bought a few, Astro City was still going on, and it was sort of DC. It was Vertigo. I bought some of those comics that were not part of the Screw 52. DC had a few things, but that was 2011, by the way. So that, the Screw 52 was probably the biggest factor in me slowly and eventually just leaving comics. But before that, I did not think there would ever be. I mean, seriously. And some of you may be the same way. I never thought there would be a time in my life where comics will always be a part of my life, no matter how old I am, because I'm a geek and I love the art form. But I mean, as far as comics, I mean, now I'm used to it. But if you told me in 2000, let's say 9 or 10, that in a number in not too many years, you won't even care to go to the comic shop to get any new comics whatsoever, not even just a handful. You won't go to the comic shop once a week anymore. Buying new comics will not even be in your a habit for you, something that you're just used to doing every week. There'll be a time when that will be out of your life. There'll be a time then that will be nothing. You won't go to the comic shop every Wednesday, even if there's only like 2 or 3 comics. K. Robert says, what was the point of Howard the Duck? Was that to take on a riff of Donald Duck, DuckTales? No, K. Roberts, really, it was just, at that time, I think it was Steve Gerber. This was in the early 70s. And Marvel trying to do a more tame version of things like, Fat Freddy's cat or Fritz the cat, rather. I'm sorry. Some of the good night, Mrs. Flute. Thank you so much. Trying to do something close to the underground comic, animal comics, but knowing that it was Marvel, it was just basically a character they could use as satire, but in the Marvel universe. He was basically a crux for satire. Yeah, there was a similarity to taking a shot at Donald Duck, so much so that Disney gave Marvel a lot of crap for having Howard the Duck comic. They fought. Disney went after Marvel a lot over that back when it happened. So it was sort of a take on that, but it was also an attempt to be more edgy with it. So, yes, that's part of it, the Donald Duck thing, but it was also an attempt to try to be a little bit hard edged with it too. But Disney went after Marvel big on Howard the Duck, and they used to in fact they got one of the Marvel agreed at one point to put pants on Howard the Duck. And Steve Gerber wouldn't do it. And Steve, what was weird about that comic at the time, okay, was that Howard Steve Gerber became editor of his own series, the Howard the Duck series, with Val Myrick was doing some of the art, Gene Colan, different artists. And he was given, because they just, for some reason, Stan, who was still kind of the editor-in-chief at that point, although he had Jim Shooter working for him at the time. Steve Gerber was allowed to be the editor. And they finally went to him and said, look, you got to put pants on Howard the Duck. Because Disney wants him in pants. Disney wants to get rid of any similarity. Because we all know Donald doesn't wear pants, right? Well, good night, Tex. Take it easy, buddy. I'll see you Saturday, brother. So Disney didn't want how they wanted they wanted to make us, they wanted Marvel to differentiate Howard the Duck from Donald Duck as much as they could. And so their big compromise was put pants on him. So Steve Gerber was pissed off. He said, oh, yeah, I'll put pants on him. All right. He did his story. I think it was a 2-parter or something about some evil televangelist / corporation type guy that was trying to control Howard and make him wear pants. He did a whole story basically trashing Disney as some evil fundamentalist. And so he put pants on him in that story. And then after that story, the pants were gone. And Gerber said, I don't give a shit. Screw you. Needless to say, the comic didn't last long after that. Sales were okay, at least especially early on. Sales were actually pretty good for early on. His first appearance was in a couple of Swamp Thing, Swamp Thing. Boy, I always do that. Man Thing comics, but so yeah, that he didn't care. He finally got taken. He got taken off the book because he wouldn't listen. He did that story and he said screw you, and it didn't stick with what they wanted to do. So Gerber was a different kind of a cat. He was kind of a jackass too. He was a nut. He was a nutty nut, in fact. But he wrote. I think he was pretty good. Some of his best writing for me, I think he wrote pretty well on Defenders. Later, of course, he tried to sue Marvel for DC. He had a legal defense fund book in his name through Eclipse Comics called Destroyer Duck, which Kirby had something to do with. Could not be reached for further comment. What's up, buddy? Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Going all over the place tonight. Yeah. I'm sorry. I must drink water. Let me drink water here. Sorry about that. Now I must cough. Gotta love that cough button. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, what's going on? So what else is going on out there up in here, my brothers? Let's see. What they did to air pirates was a crime, says could not be reached. A lot of what Marvel, I assume you mean Marvel, or was it DC or Disney, or it's all a bunch of look. All these companies, man. Almost every comic book creator's been screwed out of what they created. I mean, Air Pirates is definitely not a sequel to Ice Pirates, JTK. Definitely no. Oh, let's see. Now I know what I want to look for. Let's see. In comic book birthdays. There you go. Yeah, what's it? It was a. There you go. Comic book birthday. Revco says, I know how you feel about buying comics. Collected for about 45 years. Never thought I'd quit. It's like losing an arm or something, but I couldn't justify it anymore. Thanks for reminding me about what I was talking about. Yes. I can't really, I'm trying to interpret that, Penny. I'm not sure what that means. Hey, your Muslim uncle. What's up, dude? Let's see what's happening. He says, "Hail Clobberin Times. I know the voice is different on Have Gun Will Travel radio show. Yeah, John Denner. But the guy does a great job, and the stories are still good. Yeah, John Denner was he was in a lot of stuff. He was on a few episodes of Have Gun Will Travel. It's just I've been a while since I've listened to some of the radio show episodes. You're right, it's still good. But man, I'm sorry, it's tough for me, man. Richard Boone is Paladin. I mean, it's not his fault. Well, it is his fault. He wouldn't do the radio show. I don't know. He was just busy. Man, I'd rather have him playing Paladin on the show, though. So, and Denher definitely couldn't play Paladin in the show. So, but yeah. Man, it's been a long time since I listened to those. But Have Gun Will Travel, reach the card of a man. A night without armor into savage land. I love it. This fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind. Sorry, everybody, couldn't help it. Makes me want to watch some Have Gun episodes, dude. Which I often do. Greatest TV Western of all time. Nobody even comes close to Richard Boone. That's at least that, there've been some threats over the years of remaking that. But anyway. So I just want to go back to your point real quick, Ravenscroft. Yeah, like I said, I never thought there would be a time in my life when I wasn't a regular comic book buyer, even if there have been times when I got down to a scant few titles, but I still went every week, picked up my stuff. Even there were like 3 or 4 books. I just, and now I'm just used to it. Now it's nothing to me. I don't go in any comic shop anymore unless I'm hanging out with buddies or something. But to go and do comics day, I still have friends that do it. I just it's no point. It's nothing worth buying. Again, and I have some friends who, like I said, they still buy some of the new stuff, and that's great. They're enjoying it, I guess. Oh, I got you. Could I be reached? That's Penny's way of saying hi to you. I got you covered. Well done, Penny. Well, so it is a weird thing. Doubt he'll ever. Ravenscroft says, "I doubt I'll ever go back. It's not going to change." Yeah, it's not going to change. I mean, look, you might once in a while buy something new. You might not. The last new thing I bought. Well, look, I can't remember the last new comic I got. It might have been Astro City 2 years ago when he came out with one issue. Now, Minimus has dropped off a couple of new comics. Oh, look at who's here. Well, I mean, he's in the chat anyway. Mark Day, what's up, duder? Only idiots buy new comics. I wonder what that means. Why, Mark? Whatever do you mean? So, I just can't really. I think Minimus has dropped off a couple of new comics to me recently. He dropped off that first issue of Conan of the new series. I have nothing against the comic. I still can't really, even if it's really good. It's tough for me to get up the desire to go drop $5 on one comic book now. That's a new comic. Because again, they're $4.99 now. They're $4.99 on pamphlets on slip paper. And yeah, hey, look who's here.
I heard. Hello.
What's up, man?
I heard new comics, and I was.
Well, yeah, we were talking about. I was just talking about how I don't buy, get the new stuff anymore. And
Yeah.
I know you do, but you don't you don't go to a comic. I was talking about how I don't go to a comic shop anymore. And
Yeah.
there was a time when I never thought that was possible.
I mean, it is so much fun to go to a shop. I mean, of course, a lot of the stuff is buying the old stuff. Looking at the back issues. I think were you telling me that, or someone was saying that the old comics sell better? I know the facsimiles sell better.
Facsimiles are selling better.
Yeah. So, but there is something beautiful about going to a comic book shop and just browsing the shelves. Of course, I'm still buying new comics. I hear Ravenscroft, but it's tough to stop. You got that if you're, OCD completionist, and you got, every comic from a number. Of course, I don't have FF that many below 50, just a few, but you get that run going, like, oh, I'm gonna get every FF comic, but when things go bad. Yeah.
But new stuff. So hey, well, your mother and uncle says I would love it if it was done by someone who could balance toxic masculinity and gentleman. Again, I'm not sure what you're answering. Okay, I must have caught the tail end of something there. I'm sorry, but Oliver Belamonte. I want to address what Oliver was saying. Oliver, good to see you. He says, yeah, James Gunn casts Pruitt Taylor Vince as Jonathan Kent and Neva Howell as Martha Kent. I don't know who she is. For the new Superman movie. One thing I did, Pruitt Taylor Howell is from my neck of the woods. He's from down here in my city, BR. And Minimus has met him. And the guy looks about as much like, might be good now. He's probably a good actor. He doesn't look like somebody you'd expect to be.
No, he looks like the Kingpin.
Paul Kent. Now, again, maybe that's an old picture, but yeah, he just, yeah.
That's just for a role.
And I don't know who that lady is, but thank you, Oliver. I forgot about that. Okay, Robert says the only routine comic shop I know is half a country aside the city of embedded in a carnival kids arcade cafe for parents place. Weird, okay. Wow. Well, there aren't many. Look, comic shops are dropping like flies.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have one near you anymore, as you said.
Well, there's one I can drive to like 20 minutes away, or almost a half hour. Well, traffic, it's probably like a half hour, but
that's not bad.
Yeah, but of course I go there and I'm gonna spend way too much money, but
not on new
books. Stay away. But I could technically drive to the shop.
I thought you said I thought you said one that wasn't even in the same city or some crap.
Well, I don't want to leave my house. I want to stay on YouTube all the time. No, but yeah, but then I shouldn't say much. But I've heard bad reviews of the shop owner and people saying stay away. So I probably could go out of my way and go.
Oh no, I understand that.
Yeah, but it is it's technically accessible. Yeah. God, this guy looks like my buddy. This actor looks like my buddy Neil, who was in the Coast Guard. That's weird.
He's
this Neil.
I don't think I've seen him in anything, and I don't know what the lady looks like either.
I mean, they're not main characters, and I mean they're critical, but not
Surprised he didn't cast Greg Henry. He cast Greg Henry and everything when he needs an old man. When he needs an older guy now. So
the most important thing is how they portray Superman, obviously. So we'll see. And I can't stand when they keep killing off Pa Kent too. It's like, don't kill him off again, please.
I don't know that when I grew up, it was natural for him to die.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul, the Superman I grew up with, silver,
That's true.
golden,
yeah.
silver, and bronze age. Paul Kent and both Kents were gone when he goes to become Superman.
Yeah.
Well, but in the movie, at least only Paul Kent dies. But
Yeah.
it was Byrne that started all that bullshit about the Kents being alive all the time. Again, it's tough. It was always tough for me to get used to, but it's not really my Superman anyway, so it's fine. So now, yeah, we're gonna have he has his parents. And that's just the way that Superman has been since then. Good night, Penny.
Take care, Penny.
Have a good night, dear.
Who's Martha Kent? Let's let me look her up. Never Howell.
Never Howell. So yeah, while you're doing that, I want to show something. One of the great comic book painters has had a birthday this past week, or whatever, if he was still with us. Earl Norham, and this guy was fantastic. Earl Norham, one of the great painters of comic book covers and other types of covers and stuff. Man, I always loved his. I love his FF covers. I love his Conan covers.
That's an awesome cover, huh?
That's an awesome cover. Yeah, it really is. Earl. He-Man. He did a lot of He-Man art that back then, of course. He just did everything. He even did Buck Rogers. Look at this. I always love this Conan wraparound cover.
Yeah, you love the wraparounds. Yep.
Betty. It's a Fantastic Four somewhere. I always like this Silver Surfer cover he did. Based on Kirby. Star-Lord.
Well, I have that action figure.
You do? That's true, huh? Yeah, so that was cool.
Star-Lord's a lucky guy.
You sure? Well, that Star-Lord's cool. It's not as a buddy of mine likes to call him, a horny man child. Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, it doesn't belong to that character. He pretty much destroyed. He caused the destruction of half the universe. Remember? In Infinity War, he did.
Yeah. Good.
God, that was so stupid. That was really stupid. Anyway, so what else is new?
Well, I did not get any new comics this week.
No new comics. Oh no!
Sorry,
see,
point everyone.
RRTNZ.
Yep.
What's RR? You see R. So no new comics.
No new comics. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah.
Well. I cannot believe it. Yeah, it's awful. That's just because you're probably tired of buying them, or you're just tired of people making fun of them, or whatever, right?
That's always a highlight of my week. Yeah, when that happens. Yeah.
Did you not order them, or?
No, I just haven't got any this week. Yeah, maybe they could probably come into. I think they wait, until they have enough filled, or
It's like a pull list thingy, right? I mean,
yeah, it's a pull list. So, but I think they sometimes the comics are late too, so not their fault. But then they'll put them together. Yep.
I remember when I was helping a friend out at a shop in the early 90s, and we would go to let's see, this is when Thursday was the
Thursday
Comics Day. We would have to drive out to the airport. He was in a wheelchair and he ran, the shop. He's the one helping start my shop years earlier than that, but I was with him now. It was after mine closed down, and I'd go pick him up 8, 9 o'clock at night. We'd have to go out, wait for the boxes at the airport. He couldn't, I had to do all the lifting and all stuff because he couldn't, at that time. So we would go out there, and that was when I had a car at that point. I don't think I had a truck, but anyway, so we have to go get all the boxes. I mean, sometimes we have to wait to 12 o'clock at night. Keely Chow, roll that tide, buddy.
Roll tide, yep.
He's in Hong Kong.
That's amazing, yeah.
Whoa, Keely, what you doing, man? So, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say J.T. Kirk said finally collected them all, but I'm not sure which. What did he collect them all, or me? Is he joking? I finally collected them all. No.
I don't know. Oh yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So we'd have to go, and sometimes we wouldn't get back to the shop till 1 or something in the morning, and then I would have to put all. I mean, he had a real big long rows of back issues, in long boxes, and that's
Yep.
where I would do. That's where I would process the orders, fill all the hundreds of pull lists he had.
That's a lot of work. Yeah.
And I had to count. He would help. He would help as much as he could counting them. I had to get everything out. I had a system, man. I had it down pat. The system, boy, I had him way of output, put them in alphabetical order, getting all the names together, counting how many you had of stuff. Right? Yeah, filling everybody's orders. Man, we get done. It'd take me like 4 or 5 in the morning sometimes to get it all done.
Yeah, because and then if you miss one too, you got a pissed off customer too.
Yeah, and we had to count everything, make sure they sent us the right stuff. We were getting at that point ordering. It was Diamond was just getting started out. Yeah, it was something. And yeah.
No, it's not, and it's all manual too. You can't like computerize that. You just gotta.
Oh no, it was all my hands.
Did you have 2 people checking? Like, did one person on the checklist?
We both check them out. I would read it, count them, and tell him how many, and he would look it up. Oh, it was a process, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
And the covers were probably better to look at back then too.
Oh, and I grabbed me a handful of. I got myself. I'll get mine right now and bring them home.
Yeah,
and there was always a stack because that was when comics. It was, get a bunch of stuff.
It was exciting. God, it was exciting when the new comic book week
and I had another job too, but I was also working with him and I was helping him because he didn't have anybody else to do it, and they would trust to do the thing. So, I mean, he had that shop at that point for Here's my friend Carl. He had that shop. This was in the early '90s. I was doing this with him. Well, I did it for many years before that, for years on and off as well. But I'd always help him there. But I'd moved for a while, this, that, and the other. But he'd been there since the early '70s. Hadn't taken a vacation. And his family's always on his ass to go take a vacation, to go to Disney World and all this other stuff. Remember around like 92 or something like that. I think I was just between jobs. I just lost a job at one of those dealerships or whatever. And he asked me, would you run the shop for a week and a half? So they've been on my ass to take this vacation, having a long time. And he said, he said, there's no, and I was so touched by this. It was like, there's nobody I've ever trust to leave these keys to but you. And he did. And I was just flabbergasted, but I did. And, he finally got to go on his vacation. And that was, it was special to me that he did that. And, well, unbeknownst to me, our old boy Valiant Renegade was one of the kids coming in there buying comics from me.
Go figure, right?
Yeah, according to him, I don't know how he remembered me. He still hasn't seen me, and since then. But how he knew it was me?
Well, sometimes it's easy. Well, of course, you're the person. Like you remember, you get a ton of people coming in, but you've only got to remember, when you're going into the shop, 1 or 2 people. So that would make sense too. That. Plus, he's all grown up now too. So if you see someone, you're like,
a couple years back when he first started, I guess because he heard me talking about it. Maybe that's what it was. Hey, Ravenscroft, thanks for being here tonight, buddy.
Take care, Ravenscroft. Yep. Yeah,
I should review Rampaging Hulk #9 someday. Wonder why you're specifically pulling that one out of there. Right, that's when the book wasn't it black and white at that point, or was it? Because it was the Hulk comic. I mean, Hulk, it's a magazine. Rampaging Hulk's a magazine, black and white mag. And later become just the Hulk.
That was 78.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the one with the Jim Shooter, John Buscema story he's thinking of.
It is Buscema, writer Doug Munich, or how do you say his?
Okay, it's not the one I'm thinking of then.
Hulk is battling a crawling disguised as Iron Man. Their battles attract the attention of the real Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
Or Ant-Man and Wasp, who try to stop the battle. Heroes end up battling the Hulk and the fake Iron Man.
Well, there's a oh, I know what he's talking about. Now I know the cover. In fact, because there's an infamous issue of the Hulk magazine that I thought he was making a joke about. I'm sorry. Let's see here. There we go. Number 9, eh? That was the last issue. Oh yeah, that was that cover I was showing. Okay, there you go.
It's a great cover. Yeah,
Black and white cover, Sal Buscema art. I think I bought this when it came out. I think I still have it. I'm moderately sure. Yeah, that I love how that the Hulk up here in the masthead, that's a Jim Starlin Hulk, but this is an Errol Norham cover. I love that cover. There you go. Man, I haven't read this in ages. This is great art, though. This here's by a fan named Valadar Ron. There you go. To avenge the Earth. You know, now I'm going to reread that, dude. God. Sal Buscema. Oh, that's cool, man. Doug Mensch.
Wagner, is that one of your favorite stories or issues? Or there's 2 stories in that issue, but
Wags, that's 25.
that's great.
Not the Jim Shooter locker room issue. He knows about it. I've told you about that before, huh?
I'm forgetting now with my crummy memory.
Maybe next Monday I will review this one, Gwag. Go ahead and reread it. Yeah, I can't even talk about it here.
Yeah, don't want to get in trouble. Yeah.
I've told you about it before, though.
You probably have. I'll goggle it. Yeah.
Well, it's a Bruce Banner.
What issue number is it?
I don't know if it was one of the mags later. I'd say this.
It's in this one or
no. Bruce Banner was.
I mean, in this series. I mean, yeah.
I don't know which issue, but it was later. After this, it became called Hulk magazine.
Hulk number 10.
It was in color. Anyway, I don't know the issue, but don't worry about the issue. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner's in a YMCA, out on the road or whatever, and he's in a shower. I'll tell you about that.
Oh, I think now I remember. Yeah.
Jim Shooter wrote it. Yeah. Man, I was reading. I learned about because I didn't buy the comic or that mag when it came out, and so I was reading about it after the fact. In the Comics Journal. And let's just say, even back then, of course, this is not like, it wasn't, it was, first of all, it wasn't very complimentary to certain type of people, but not only that, it's just, I don't think it belonged in a superhero comic book. It was, Jim Shooter was an a-hole for that. But because it was one of the mags, they didn't have comics code, and it was trying to be all edgy. I'm like, that was really unnecessary. I don't want to see that crap. These guys are about to do something to him, and he talks his way out of it, but telling him he's the Hulk. He'll change it to the Hulk, and they believe him. Great to see Hulk once more keeping Purple Pants of sales afloat. Yes. If you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Well, he would have, right? I mean,
but the 2 dudes that do it, one of them says, "Hey, man," basically scolds the other guy. So they just, for believing him. I mean, you don't know he's just bluffing after they let him go. And the other one says, "Oh, pith." I mean, they were the stereotype is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, it's between 22 and 24 of the Hulk magazine. Bag. Okay, I got you. It's just like, I mean, not necessary to do that. It's still a kid's guy. I know it's a mag. It wasn't even one of the black and white. It was a color mag. Anyway, here you go with the color covers. Look at that CC Curtis circulation. Earl Norham to avenge the Earth. Man, I have not read this in a dog's age. Well, a lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs. Yeah.
A whole bunch of doggies. And look, they had a Shaun of the Sea Devil, the She Devil, with Tony DeZuniga art. Wow, okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Damn. Yeah. Hulk magazine was racy, baby.
Yeah, wow.
So was Bizarre
No
Adventures.
comics code, right? Yeah, yeah.
It was bizarre. Look, the Marvel black and white mags. I need to. You know what? Thanks, Gwag. I think I need to do a deep dive on the Marvel black and white mags of the 70s. They were amazing. I don't know if you've ever had any of them. I have the Planet of the
I don't
Apes
think
one.
I have any of them. Yeah.
Well, there's Planet of the Apes, Doc Savage. There were a bunch of horror mags. There was like Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, Rampaging Hulk, Bizarre Adventures. Bizarre Adventures had some crazy stuff in it.
Yep.
But the Hulk mag, was pretty damn cool.
Plus, the Hulk was on TV at this time, right? So, isn't this?
Yep.
So he was top of his
Eventually-
game, right? Popularity. Yeah.
Eventually, this and the comics would say Marvel's TV sensation.
Right. Yep. It was a sensation. Yeah.
Monsters Unleashed. Yeah. Marvel preview. I was talking about look at X-Men 97. Have you been keeping up with that or no?
I haven't caught up with that. I hear it's pretty good. I mean, I like the first two, or what I watched, the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I was then I started watching Fallout, so I finally finished Fallout.
They Wagner, yeah, I have some of those Howard the Duck mags, Monsters Unleashed. Fallout. Okay, yeah, so you haven't caught up. I'm caught up, and I like that.
How do you like it?
I really like the latest episode.
They've been 4 out now, or 5, or
5, 6,
6. Wow, I'm way behind.
Yeah, man, the latest one had the Imperial Guard and the Shi'ar, and
they did have the Shi'ar one. Did they have him in the old X-Men? Did they have?
Yeah.
Of course, there. Yeah, they had him on, right? Yeah.
No, they had the Shi'ar. They had that one. They had the Shi'ar in this one. This feels just like the old cartoon. They had Deathbird in it. They had, and again they finished up that thing with Sorm. I don't want to be spoilery, but I mean, well, you knew she was going to get her powers back. Wow, that's not.
Yeah,
spoilery.
of course he had.
I hated the way she looked all the way up until now. Then they gave her classic black costume with the beautiful long white hair.
Yep.
It was beautiful, and man, because I love that costume. What she had, in the 70s and 80s, that was the best costume for me.
Yeah, no, it's a classic. Yeah.
Walt Simonson Hulk, dude. This is amazing. Gotta love this black and white art. Walt Simonson, inked by Alfredo Alcala. This is some gorgeous stuff right here, man. And it's a retelling of the origin. But, yeah. This retells the early issues too. Look, it's got the stupid gargoyle in it. He redrew the early issues.
What was the point of these black and white magazines? It's just cheaper to print, and you can put in it's a bigger format, or I mean, what's the rationale behind it?
It was just basically expansion. I mean, you could they were cornering. They were trying to. Well, look, Warren magazines were pretty popular at the time before Marvel started doing it. Warren magazines had Eerie and Creepy and Vampirella and things like that, and and there were some other mags, and Marvel just said, "Hey, those things are going on the racks. They're going in there, and they're selling. We're big. We're Marvel. We can do whatever we want." They cashed in. They did stuff like Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Like I said, that was cashing in the Kung Fu craze at the time. They figured they did. I have every issue. They only did a lot of them didn't make it. Like I have the every issue of the Planet of the Apes. That went like 20-something issues. Every issue of the Doc Savage mag that went. So I don't know what the point was, just to corner the market on black and white mag comics. Savage Tales, Dracula. Oh, yeah, there you go, Wag. Now you're talking. Savage Tales, which had the first. Oh man, I think I had the first man thing. Anyway, Dracula Lives, Haunt of Horror, Legion of Monsters. I want that. I used to have that one. Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction, Vampire. It was just, big stuff. Tomb of Dracula, the magazine, and so it was the comic. And the biggest of them all, Savage Sword of Conan. Yep. Bizarre Adventures was pretty cool. Bizarre Adventures had a lot of it was like an anthology, had different, Marvel characters and stuff. The only ones that were the only Marvel character, actually in the early 60s, they did 2 issues of a Spider-Man mag. but it didn't last. They had let's see. But as far as superheroes though, Hulk. Now of course in Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, Iron Fist was in it and Shang-Chi and people like that, but
Yeah.
Cockburn, Drew Storm the best. Agreed. They made her really look like a goddess. The punk. I hate the punk look. It was horrible. I'm with you. Bro Goof, my old hometown. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Bro Goof.
She looks so beautiful in that cartoon. I was like, man, at the end there when she gets her powers back. I'm not spoiling anything, everybody. You know how they always get their powers.
She's gonna get her powers back. I mean,
yeah.
That's a it's a fine to do that. I mean, it's happens in the comics. I mean, Benji lost his powers lots of times, right?
Lots of times. So I guess Hulk was popular at the time, Kin Bar cover right there.
Oh yeah, Hulk was God. Everyone wanted to watch. I was 8 or 10 when that came out, so that was big time. I remember I've told this before, but I got in a big fight with my mom. She wouldn't let me watch the Hulk because she thought it was like an adult scary show. But I'm like, it's a superhero. It's the Incredible Hulk. You can't watch it. It's and she called it, I think, the Incredible Hawk at one point. I'm like, no,
Hulk.
It's the Hulk, not the Hulk. But I don't think it's appropriate for you to watch. Like, my friends are watching it. No fair.
Yeah, look at the X-Men. These. So Oliver Belamonte says Bobby Scott Snyder's new DC Comics line called Absolute Comics looks parallel to the Ultimate line from Marvel, but to me it's just another version of DC's Screw 52. That figure's Oliver. That doesn't interest me at all. I'm not big into Scott Snyder, so didn't even know they were doing it till you just told me. So out of the loop with modern comics now, it's ridiculous. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't know about that. No.
Yeah, I just love this old pencil art, like this old black and white.
It is really nice, yeah. Well, plus it's a lot faster to put just penciled art out, right? I mean, in terms of turnaround and no color to print, right?
And that's another thing. They were able to put out a lot of comics without having to put out color, which was definitely saved a little bit on the money there. And this is $1. It was $1 book back then. I guess that was a lot, but it was. But
so, would you have someone inking those pencils, or would the artist just do all the pencils himself? Or
no, they had inkers.
They had inkers still, right? Even on the pencils, yeah.
This one, for example, has let's see who did this one here. Walt Simonson and Alfred Alcala again. Alcala, like Rudy Nebres and hundreds of other guys, they had a lot of in the 70s, in order to, Marvel and DC, in order to save money, started bringing in a lot of these artists from the Philippines and paying them a lot less. Well, they are Marvel and DC folks. Don't expect morality out of them. And a lot of they did two things on two fronts. These guys were more than happy to come make what little money they could, and a lot of their other standard artists were left out to dry. But most of these guys did inking, though. Not all of them. Some of them did some penciling, but yeah. So that was something that went on back it started maybe in the late 60s, but really was big in the 70s. And there were a lot of them too. And then we go to Alfred Alcala. It was great on this and on Savage Sword of Conan. Guy was amazing. This is Walt Simonson. You don't see any Simonson in this whatsoever. If you told me, just look at that, and you said, "Did you know Simonson did that?" I'd be, come on. But then they tell me, and then you tell me, Alcala inked it. I goes, well, there you go. Because this looks nothing like anything Simonson does.
I would never say that's Simonson. Yeah.
No.
I mean, you're a bazillion times better than me. They're picking out the artist, but I would never say that was Simonson. Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's not even, it's just crazy. But so, in fact, I probably would not be able to guess. If I guessed, 10 guesses, I wouldn't have said Simonson. But,
unless is that, well, that's not that early in his career. Well, it's 78.
This is quite early. I mean, but he was
okay. So
not the beginning. He was working for a few years at DC. Yeah, he'd been around a few years there. So yeah, I mean, look, they were just big. I mean, they just had a lot of. My Mego Hulk went with me everywhere I went. Oh, you had the
Yeah.
Mego Stretch Hulk, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had that. I wanted it. RR says, the problem with Powerless Storm in the comics was that she still led the X-Men in battle. Complete nonsense. Yeah, she should have been killed every issue. Yep. But for her plot armor, way beyond Batman. So I dropped the book at that point, so I wouldn't read it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh dear, oh dear. I always love this cover, Starlin. This was before the TV show, apparently. You know how I know that?
How?
It's speculation, but this is right before it because it's supposed to say Marvel's TV sensation.
That's right. Yeah, it was sensational.
They did say all, not having the Comics Code Authority. Yeah, also saved some time and grief. It did. Yeah. I don't like the rumors I've heard about the Absolute line. I can only imagine that could not be reached. I can only imagine.
Yep.
Bing, 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 bing. Wow, this is Starlin's story. Wow. Starlin in black and white. Good look. And again, Alex Nino. Again, look at the anchor. Alex Nino. Again, from Philippines. Jesus. This is not good. Wow, Starlin barely. Oh, because he layouts at best.
I think weren't these magazines a ton of pages too, right? So you got 2 stories that look like, or so. It's cheap, or was it well, it's not cheap, I guess, depending on the time. But it's $1, and you get a ton of pages story,
and
then
you get a lot of
and you
pages
get
for it. But
you
John
get
Platt.
some articles, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, John Platt.
Hey,
Yeah,
John.
no, you're absolutely right. I love this. This is Gallery of Villains page. You got Keith Giffen ripping Kirby big time here. Wow. Man, is he ripping off Kirby. Jesus Christ, is he ripping off Kirby. Holy crap. I haven't looked at this, and you know how long it's been since I've even just flipped through this magazine? I'm going to have it somewhere. Think. I mean, I know I bought it when I could. Back then, again, like I said, it was, money was tight. Let's see. Val Myrick, great artist. And again, inking Sonny Trinidad. I mean, all these guys were doing all the black and white mags. All the Filipino, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Well, I mean, it was good that they were getting the work. Well, but a lot of the other names weren't that thrilled about it. All right. RR says, he says, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. He says, when the X-Men exclaimed Excelsior and X'd the X'd and X'd the X's to extricate X from X, after exciting the X, I was X'd. That hurt. Well, that was an adventure. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. You always give the entertaining ones there, man. Thank you so much. Well, what's going on with your bad self? Anything?
Nothing too excited. Just boring political meeting tonight. Got home from.
Oh,
nothing
Lord.
too.
Look who's here.
Nothing too fun. Yep.
Sentai Ranger Donnie. Why do you keep changing your name, man? I was just getting used to Don Ranger Power, and now you're Sentai Ranger Donnie. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Sentai Ranger Donnie. Hope everyone is well on this night after the posthumous 100th birthday of legendary film composer Henry Mancini. 100. Wow. Posthumous, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was amazing. Wes Cagle. Wes Cagle was a man. And he still is a man.
Yeah, what's giggle?
Good to see you there, dude. I'm sorry, I'm not casting rules on anyone. So yeah, that's cool. Oh, another Starlin cover. Prince Namor. You never bought any of these old black and white mags?
I don't think so. No, I don't even think I have any of those. I mean, I've, probably seen them just being in shops, but
Yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Well, they were always on the racks. Now again, as a kid though, I bought them sometimes, but obviously as a kid, you don't appreciate black and white as much as you do
no, I didn't
now.
want
I
a
do
black
now.
and white. I wanted color as a kid. Yeah, not going to buy that.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I did buy them sometimes. But I bought them for the Planet of the Apes. I bought some of the Hulk. This was a Hulk, so I had to have it. But yeah, it wasn't the same. I get it. But
Yeah.
there was there was. I mean, but it was in color. Let me find the color one. The Hulk mag in color, because in the back, and there was, I used to buy the Hulk one in color more because they had Moon Knight in there after a while. I mean, for Moon Knight back up. What if it would be under Hulk magazine? No, you butt munch. That means I got to search it. Look at this. If you search the word Hulk, you get 5 billion things. And I can't narrow it down. There it is. But there's the mag. Issue 10. TV exclusive. TV's Bill Bixby Talks. Now in full color. Hey, it doesn't say. It didn't say Marvel's TV sensation. It's supposed to say that. The comic did.
Yeah.
Hey, Adrian James. What is this comic? What is John Platt? John Platt. Good to see you. Says, what is this comic? Is it a Marvel alternative artwork floppy? No, this is a black and white Marvel mag from the 70s, John. They did quite a few. We were just talking about those for no particular reason. It's the Hulk magazine. Now, that was for 9 issues. It was in black and white, like a lot of their mags. And then the show was really popular and all that stuff. So they went to color. And Lou Ferrigno was there. Yeah. So, yeah.
There we go. Yep.
There we go. Color. David Anthony Kraft. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Ron Wilson, our boy, Ron Wilson with Ricardo. Again, look, inked by who? Another one of the Filipinos. Robert. I'm not knocking that, by the way. I'm saying Ricardo Villamonte. A good inker. These guys were good now. I mean, these guys I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And Marvel and DC use these guys. That's good stuff. Hulk smash. Caught in the heart of a nuclear explosion. Victim of gamma radiation gone wild. Dr. Robert Bruce Banner now finds himself transformed in times of stress into 7 feet, 100 pounds. Shouldn't it be 7 foot? 100 pounds of unfettered fury. The most powerful creature ever to walk the earth. I who did it all, present the Incredible Hulk! Exclamation point. R. Trademark. Copyright. Me. Thunder of Dawn. The first in a very special new series of daringly dramatic Hulk tales. Pilgrim coming at you, true believer. Script by some guy who pretends to be me. Art by some guy that doesn't matter because we're only going to pay him the page rate. Inked by this guy from another country that we really like. That we let him live in the back room. At Marvel Comics. We feed him in comic books, folks. I'm sorry. I don't know who that. I have no idea who I was trying to imitate, everybody. Wax says, Warren Publishing also used the same artist. Yeah, oh yeah, they did for their black and white mags. Those guys got around, man. DC should have tried to do that crap.
Yep.
It's pretty good art, though. Yeah, I think.
Oh, that's good art. Yeah. I, the older stuff that's just black and white. Though, I can see where people just sometimes people just won't read black and white at all. Of course, I just remember like seeing someone in the comic book shop, like they'd open up The Walking Dead. And it's like,
black
what's
and white.
wrong?
Oh, no.
Why is it black and white?
Yep.
It's been black. I think they went back and colorized some of the early issues to resell
yeah,
them.
I think they did. Yeah. Hey, Grim. I think they did. Hulk hates beauty. Hulk does not glow. Hulk has been cheated. Wow, Hulk hates beauty. Hulk smash beauty. Wow. Whoops. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing to show. Oh, but good old Ron Wilson, man, he was underrated. We're probably just saying that because he drew one of our favorite comics of all time.
Oh, Wagner is saying they're doing the whole series in color. I don't know.
What?
I just don't know how I like that. Walking Dead.
Oh, the comic.
The whole thing. It makes sense in terms of making money, but it's just something about it was just worked in black and white, and that made it more gritty. And I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Lasher, what's up? Good to see you. Why is there Bruce Banner and David Banner? Because the idiots making the TV series, Kenneth Johnson. Hey, Ezra Goldstein, shalom, my friend. Kenneth Johnson, who made produced the Incredible Hulk TV series, and others thought at the time that, again, they didn't want to use the name Bruce, for somehow they didn't think it was a manly enough name, I guess. I mean, that's what some people say. I don't know if that's true or not. But they used to say that they thought it's the, I mean, wait, so you're saying Bruce Lee and Bruce Wayne aren't man? I mean, I don't understand that. It was the 70s, though. So they just changed him to, Dr. David Bruce Banner instead of Dr. Robert Bruce Banner. They kept the name Bruce, I believe.
Yeah.
I think they kept the name Bruce, but David Bruce Banner instead of Rob Bruce Banner, I believe. John says, I used to love watching the Incredible Hulk TV show with Bill Bixby as Dr. Bruce Banner. It was David, but yeah. And the muscular frame of Lou Ferrigno as the less than jolly green giant. Great artwork, by the way. Yes, he was the incredible social worker. He went around and solved everybody's problems. Remember the chameleon? Oh. Robot. Bruce Banner's rascally bionic robot. The leader.
The executioner.
Inker the great Bob Layton. Bob Layton always posts on Twitter every day.
Yeah, he's always posting. Yeah, it's good to follow. He's always posting sketches that he's done.
Really cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Be talented like that. That's amazing. Good.
Yeah.
Hey, Lasher.
He's in demand. Look, illustration by Early Chan. A Hulk illustrated story. Ernie Chan.
I missed that Hulk too. The innocent child, man-child Hulk.
I love that Hulk. That's my Hulk. Yeah. We could save that.
Get his feelings hurt.
Saving that kid right there. Yeah. See, I can look at old comic art all day, even the most simplistic of it. Just love it. It was a lot tougher on it back then. Now it's kind of just, and even though I can critique it more now, but yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just it was so much better. I mean, that's a guy. Like, if you just think about this for a second, that guy was scrambling to put food on the table. It was his livelihood. He was doing a lot of work at the time. This particular Ernie Chan was mostly inking. He was one of those artists I was telling you about from Philippines. And he at DC, he did work under the name Ernie Chua, but at Marvel, he was Ernie Chan. Great inker on Buscema. Inked a lot of Conan. I loved him. He was really great. And this one, he did the full pencils because it was just a, an illustrated story. But look at the page. I mean, again, the guy was in a hurry. He inked all this himself, and he did I think he may have even colored it. Look at modern comic book. Look at this. This is one page, one panel, and it tells you everything you need to know in it because it's just a page from. No, it's not a comic book. This is an illustrated story. It's just an image, but still, you can tell he put a lot into it, just the detail. And it's not the most detailed thing you'll ever see, but it's still compared to modern, pale, empty dead comic book panels or illustrations of any sort now by these computers that people do comic books on now.
Yeah.
You know, Quack says, wasn't the Hulk TV show the reason for She-Hulk? They wanted to prevent them from doing a female Hulk without Marvel's involvement or something like that. Yeah, that was one of the catalysts. Yes. But even if they hadn't had a TV show, they would have done it. Hey, Clobby, thanks for soldiering on with that super chat. No problem. Thank you. I was just trying to keep things PG. Who says all censorship is bad? No, I've never been one to think self-censorship's a bad thing. We always censor ourselves. Just when we shouldn't be censored by anyone else, particularly governments. Ezra says, Clobby, did you hear that there's a musical Doctor Who episode in the upcoming series? Also, that Jodie Whittaker might return to Doctor Who. I did not hear about the Jodie thing, but since none of that's really legitimate Doctor Who to me, they can do whatever they want. I did see some of that awful crap about Chudi Gatwar today, about talking about all of his dancing and all this crap that has F all to do with Doctor Who.
Well, Star-Lord did save the galaxy with a dance-off, so why not?
He did, so why not? Because he said he wants to destroy monsters by twerking. I know he was trying to be funny. I was like, what, dude? Just go away. Go away now. It's like, man, just get out of here with that crap. Hey, Max Redstone says, R.I.P. Prince Harry's British citizenship. Does anyone else want to take this opportunity to renounce their loyalty to the Commonwealth? I don't know what that means. I guess something happened I don't know about, but I don't want anything to do with it.
Did he get kicked out of Britain?
I don't know, but we don't. It's not for this. It's not for this.
It's a wild card. It's very wild.
It ain't that wild.
You don't want to talk about.
It's not geek stuff.
You don't want to talk about Prince Harry.
No,
oh, come on,
Prince Harry.
Oh,
unless you can go screw, preferably himself.
Well, they did give us the great. Well, we love our friends across the pond who gave us the BBC, but yeah.
Yeah, I love our friends. I love our friends across the pond.
Yep. But Harry and Meghan, we got Harry and Meghan now, though. Oh, God help us. Yeah.
But yeah, Ezra Shalom, by the way, yeah, the Scooby Gatwa, Shooty Gatwa. I mean, I was talking about this earlier before you came in. Doctor Who ended with Matt Smith for me. The 50th anniversary is my cutoff. Don't get me wrong. I love Capaldi as an actor, but I thought his stories and his whole era for me was awful. I went back and I really thought about this a lot. When you don't have one story, almost pretty much none, as a Doctor that I've watched over and over again, something that I'd like to go back and revisit every now and then, or watched like when it first came on, watched it multiple times, something's wrong. Because even Matt Smith, who did have, as much as I think he was fantastic, he didn't have as many great stories that I wanted to watch over and over again, but he did have some, especially the 11th Hour, but other ones too. David Tennant had a lot of episodes that I've watched over and over again, and Eccleston even did. And of course, all of the Doctors, every single one of them, has episodes that I want to watch and have watched over and over again. That's my metric of them being a Doctor. Except, McGann, but it's not his fault. I hated the McGann pilot, but I did like Night of the Doctor, that little chance he got, and he's good. He's good. He's legit. He's good, yeah. He just didn't have a good story for me. Yeah. But so I give him a pass. Every Doctor, even again, Hartnell. There were a couple that I like a lot that I haven't watched over and over again, but I've watched them a few times. Troughton, there's some I love to watch all that I could just never get tired of watching. Pertwee, there are tons of them. Tom Baker, tons of them. Even tons of them for Davison. Some for Colin Baker. A lot of them for Sylvester McCoy, and so on and so forth. So that's how I know that someone's a legit Doctor to me, as good as Capaldi is, I can't name you one episode that makes me want to go back. Even if you could single out one or two that's decent, that I might go and concede that is decent, I can't think of one that makes me want to watch it over and over again. Not one.
Yep.
I don't know about you, and if you have one, fantastic. I don't. I did like the Husbands of River Song, that special, just because at least he wasn't a complete. He wasn't written horribly in that episode the way he's usually been horribly written, and it was stupid. It was some dumb crap in it, but he was kind of funny in it. I mean, but even still, I don't care.
Yeah.
Whereas again, man, I can't. Jody, of course, is horrible, and it's like almost like Chudy wants to be worse. I'm like, dude, I don't think you can be worse, but you can be as bad. In fact,
he's better than Jody. I think,
is he?
But yeah, he is. Yeah, I can't.
Yes, no charisma either.
I don't know. I just Jody's just such a bad actress.
She is bad. Role. She's probably worse than
horrendous.
Him,
yeah, I mean, but the problem is he's going to probably have horrible stories. I mean, that's the.
I just don't think he's any good. I just think he sucks. I mean, you know. But be that as it may, it's not the Doctor anymore. What about Heaven
Ever
Sent?
Since the Timeless Children, yeah.
See, I didn't like Heaven Sent. Ezra, refresh my memory. Is Heaven Sent the one where he ended up letting Clara and that girl have their own, bringing Clara? She's dead but still alive, and at the end she runs off in the in her own TARDIS with that girl, and his memory is taken away from her. Her memories are taken out from him. Is that Heaven Sent? Remind me, because I only watched those episodes once and was done. I watched them out of obligation and just hated them. And I hated that one. The one where he was punching that wall for 1 billion times. That it was those as he was caught in this time loop thingy or whatever. This place that was stuck in time, and he would punch. He had to punch this solid wall, and it would kill him. Well, that was Hell Bent. Which one was Heaven Sent? It was Hell Bent, and it was Heaven Sent. Are we talking about the one where he kills Rassilon or whatever? Or was that Hell Bent? Oh, was Heaven Sent the one? Yeah, he's caught in that. This Heaven Sent was the one where he kept the punching one. Yeah, I couldn't stand that one. Why do people like that one? I don't get it. It was asinine to me. Just me, maybe. I get it. If you like it, it's fine. But you're not alone. Everyone loves that one for some reason. I didn't like it. But then again, to be fair, I didn't like any of the ones surrounding it, like that stupid Raven one or in that crap with Clara. But Hellbent's one of the worst pieces of shit. Look, I'm tired. I hated what Davies and Moffat did to Rassilon. And I guess, man, that ending where Hellbent was the Clara is alive. Yeah, she's in her own TARDIS. She's not even alive. She says she's dead, but she stopped in time or some kind of horse hockey.
Yeah.
It's like, go to
I remember them now.
And because people were always teasing Moffat, calling the show Clara Who. They have a scene in there where he's forgot about her, where he
says Clara.
He says Clara Who.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Eat a donkey, Moffat. Fuck girl, Rick Berman. I want a picture rolls. I'll give me your address. I'll send you some picture rolls. Yeah. It's no. Hey, there's your Beatles comic. It's been 100. The George Perez one.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. Yeah.
Do you have that comic? It's probably expensive.
Don't have that. I wish it is. It's all expensive now.
It's expensive. Yeah.
Meet the Beatles.
Beatles. You know what's that? So Paul McCartney. At this point, they didn't look that clean shaven.
Oh, there! Look at those mop tops there.
Yeah.
It's be the end of civilization as we know it.
As we know it. Marvel.
Fast forward 50 plus years. Yeah, you'd be lucky if wearing see what clothes they're wearing. Yeah, how many tattoos does everyone have now? These darn kids.
Yeah,
and piercings. Yeah.
I wonder what that comic's on. I wonder if that's on here. The Beatles. One way to find out.
I bet you it
It's
is.
been
Yeah.
100 days. Not 2 T's or 1.
Oh, 1T, 1T. Yeah, Beatles 1T. Yeah.
Ah! It's hard to explain. I'm having to reach around the stupid microphone. Beatles Yellow Submarine. What? Oh yeah, it's got the old Gold Key Beatles comic. Marvel Super Special. I don't think that the Marvel Super Special had a number, but let's see. It doesn't say what number that is. It's been 100 days night. There we go. Nope, that's wrong. Okay, Marvel Comics. Super Special. Kiss. There you go. But what issue was it? I got to find out what issue that Beatles one is. Do you know? Hey, Apollomedes Minion.
Check it, yep. Hello, hello.
It might not say what issue. R says Judy is worse than Jody. She was dog shite, but he's dinosaur shite.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I guess
there's different levels, but you know, if I had, I mean, of course, there's only been 2 or 3 episodes, but I just can't stand watching Jody. I mean, it isn't the doctor; it's so painful. So I mean, it's
yeah. But do you have this Kiss comic?
I do not. I hope Nick has that though.
Oh man, this is not cheap either.
Oh, anything with Kiss? I mean, definitely not.
Oh no. Definitely not. I don't know. It was a Marvel Super Special, but I don't know. Well, look at that. Earl Norham Conan cover. It's been a hard on night. Lovey, who's the best live action Bruce Banner? Bixby, Banner, Norton, or Fluffalo? Oh, it's Bixby, easy, isn't it? I mean, I think, even though it's different stuff, but I vote Bixby. I don't know about you. Maybe we should do a poll. What do you think?
Why not? Yep.
All right.
Fluffalo.
Talk me into it. All righty. Let's do that. Let me. So a poll just for chits and giggles, right?
Yeah.
All right. Which, give me a second to write it out here, folks.
Sure. Yep. Go for it. Type away. Computer.
Hello, computer.
How quaint you have to use a keyboard.
Yep. And I'm having to work around something right under my microphone thing. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Just a second, folks. I'll let you all vote on it.
Vote early and often.
Actually, I should put Ron Perlman, but he's not alive. He's animated, so no, and he's an idiot. So. Norton's name's N-O-R-T-O-N, right? Or T-A-N? T-O-N. Right?
O-N, yep. I think that's the way he spells it. Yeah.
All right. Vote away, my friends. See who they pick. Let's see who they pick. Don Lee, hey there. I actually kind of like the Norton movie.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. A lot of people don't like it.
Like it better than Fluffalo.
It was way better than that terrible 2003 trash. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen this movie? Wah 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 wah.
I don't know. I'm kind of sick of ET and Steven Spielberg.
Oh yeah, I know he's making another one. He's making something. Hey, Picasso, Picasso,
Good to see you, Picasso.
Picasso.
I don't know who to vote for.
You're my kind of town. Look, even though I made fun of the social worker show, let's just be honest about something. Bill Bixby's so good on that show, he makes it very watchable. In my opinion, anyway, I think he was fantastic. Walt Simonson and Klaus Janson. Did you like this movie? Saw that at the theater when it first
Oh,
came out.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That was I saw it much later. I didn't see that. What year was that? 76 or 77?
77, 78, 78 maybe.
78. Yeah, it was after Star Wars, wasn't it?
It was at Star Wars.
I mean, I didn't get my parents wanted to take us to see movies back then. We were so broke starting our family business. I remember having begged my dad to take us to see Star Wars. So, it was a few years until we remember going to see movies again.
Oliver asks, Clobby, did you try at one time to finish the 1995 Marvel Superheroes arcade game using the Hulk? I can't recall if I did. I don't think so.
I didn't, but I have it on MAME.
It was past my arcade days. I was old and not really able to go to. So I don't think I ever got to play that game much. I may have played it when I was stopped by. So I can't say that I did. Oliver, did you?
Well, I would just say, yeah, I have the MAME, which is a multiple arcade machine emulator. So you can, if you have the the games, so you have 1,000 video games. So I never finished it, but I did play it. Play it a lot at home for for free later. God, it's addictive. Yep.
Oh, look, I found it, by the way. Thank you, Picasso, for the super chat. I appreciate you. He says, thank you guys for kind words the other day. Oh, well, thank you. I hope you're doing. Are you feeling better, man? I hope so. I really do. Thank you for that super chat. I hope you're doing better, man.
Thank you for that. Yeah, and hope we helped just a tiny little bit. I'm hoping so. Yep.
Hey, Fiona. Didn't miss much. We're just messing around talking about various. You missed zero. In fact, we're just talking about it's Wild Card Wednesday night, so just throwing all kind of stuff out there. This is what look. I found it though. This is the.
Well, you missed making fun of people who buy new comics.
Well, yeah, we're making fun of people who buy new comics, of course, but who doesn't do that? Interesting cover though. This is the one. So you got George. This is Tom Palmer cover, by the way, which was interesting. It was a great anchor. But George Perez did the interior on this thing. There's a wraparound cover.
Beetle book. Oh,
you'll get that. But you'd love to have this one, man. That'd be cool to have.
I'd love to have any of that stuff. Yeah.
It's been
I don't know how. I mean,
we did talk about the Doctor Who a little. We did. It might be. Didn't you look it up one time?
Let me look it up now. Yep.
We did talk a little bit about that idiotic Doctor Who news. Yes, it's filthy crap.
We're gonna dance the night away tonight.
Did that book have lots of drugs? I don't know. I never got this one, but it's let's see. But it was that George Perez art. I know that much. And this was, this was not fairly well distributed over here. It was mostly distributed in England and in the UK, but it was here. Marvel. Someone talked Marvel into doing it. Man, this is George Perez. I see so little Perez in this. This is Klaus Janson all the way. David Anthony Kraft, George Perez, and Klaus Janson. Look at that. That's crazy. The story of the Beatles, man.
Greatest rock group in history.
Yeah, agreed. So does this is it pretty expensive?
I'm checking. This is by Marvel, right? So what was this one?
Yeah,
called? Beatles.
This is Marvel Super Special number 4.
It's Marvel Super Special. I gotta look at Marvel.
Marvel.
Super.
I guess you technically Marvel Comics Super
Yeah, you
Special.
gotta
Maybe on a Marvel. Maybe under Marvel Comics. Oh, it just says Marvel Super Special though.
Sometimes the title on the
Beatles.
cover doesn't match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Marvel Super Special. Let's see.
Oh, thanks RRT and Zed for that. Please appreciate it. He says, question: who should Mark Strong play in the MCU? I think he'd be a great Doctor Doom. But why waste him, an actor like that, in a piece of trash movie? But there are a couple. He could do a lot of different things. Mark Strong, like I said, he was a good choice for Sinestro. It's just that the movie sucked. But I think he could play Doom, or at least he could. Maybe he's too old now. I don't know. I don't think so though. I think he could play Doom. What's that now?
Sorry, sorry to interrupt, but the Beatles covers book is $180, give or take.
Wow.
So between $150 and $200. The first one with the Knights in Satan's Service on the cover. Well, that's what the nuns at Catholic school told me.
Yeah, Kiss.
Yeah, they're $370. So that's gonna.
Whoa. So the issue.
I mean, it's still. I mean, if you're really a big fan,
the Kiss issue is worth more than the Beatles issue. That's not right.
Yeah. And the reprint is $100.
Oh yeah.
Was it reprint or is it 1A? What is this 1A?
There was a later printing. I think there was
a mailway comic from Kiss Crunch cereal.
There you go.
There we go. What's the most valuable one? It's got to be.
It's got to be Kiss.
It's got to be the Kiss one. I can sort by.
Look at the page. This is, you can tell. See, this is this great trippy art by Perez and Jansen here. This is a great page right here. I love it. A Beatles comic. Yes, Putin's Cat. And this is in the late 70s, around 70, 78, 76, whatever, 75. They did some record company got with one of the guys with Marvel UK and asked them to ask Marvel to do a Beatles story comic or whatever. And and the next thing you know.
Buckaroo Banzai issue number 33 is worth $200. Well, that ain't cheap.
I got that one.
The official comics adaptation of this spectacular new film.
Really?
Yeah.
Picasso, thanks for joining. By the way, new member Picasso, thank you.
Thank you, Picasso.
Thank you for all that, everybody. Let's thank you for the super chats and the member join. I think we should give them some kind of
some reward.
Some reward for that. Let's see.
Inconceivable. 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 You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Cass. Super Cass.
Get those nerds! Nerds! Nerds!
What? Crazy.
Everything that guy just says bullshit. Thank you.
There's only one thing I want to say to you.
You're a dumbass.
Captain, I see no reason to stand here and be insulted.
It's because you're a dumbass.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you all for those. Let's see. Thank you kindly. You keep using that word. So yeah, this is a pretty cool art though. At least we could look at it. You don't want to have to spend that 200 buckles on it.
Yep.
Man, this is some nice stuff though. Klaus Janson overpowered the hell out of George Perez on this. Hey, there's Elvis. Oh. They meet their musical idol Elvis Presley. Elvis, we finally got to meet Elvis. Oh my goodness. Elvis is the best. That's when Pesci says, "Thank you." That's what nails it.
Yeah.
You were right to leave that in there, apparently.
Oh, and Star Trek the motion pictures also there in the Marvel Super Special. It's some great.
Yeah. Oh
great
man, I wore my copy out. Wore it out when that came out, dude.
Empire Strikes Back, Conan the Destroyer.
Yep. Oh, that's
Howard
what
the
they did.
Duck.
They did all their movie adaptations. Wow.
Yeah,
Look at this page.
Labyrinth was in there.
Hey, look at that page. Wow, crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, this was Perez fairly early on and heavily inked. Some of it, like here, I can see a lot of Perez in it. It's crazy Perez, but a lot of it is Klaus Janson, who's a very overpowering inker. I love him, but he's probably not the best inker for Perez. However, this is astounding. I love this. I love pages like that. Very trippy.
Yep.
But yeah, this, other than this, look, I mean, this is very nothing. This is so not Perez. That's a nice one. It's a beautiful book. I mean, they'll probably reprint it. I mean, you thought they would have reprinted it by now, and they didn't. So I don't know.
Plus, if you're a Beatles, I mean, yeah, $200. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money. If I can spend $200 on something, if anything, I'm gonna think a long time about it. But it's still, buyable, I guess. I mean, it's not unobtainium levels yet. So if you're a Beatles fan,
yeah, I remember him.
It's something I'd love to see. Like, you always hope to find like in the bargain bin or something. If you're, because I'd love to have some of these super specials. Yeah, God.
Yeah, that's true. Could not be reached. Issue 7, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, but I think it's the
Bee Gees version.
The Bee Gees movie.
And that actually got recalled. I saw a note in there that was recalled for some reason.
What, issue 7?
The Sergeant Pepper's one. Let's see. Withdrawn from U.S. distribution.
Oh, look, it's not here.
Yeah,
whoa, it's a gap.
Yeah.
This is a skip. How about that?
Well, I wonder why it was withdrawn from U.S. distribution. I wonder if it was a copyright problem or.
Well, its back cover's pretty damn cool.
Well, let me see. Marvel Super Special number 7. It must tell us why.
I mean,
was there something to misprint it, or?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I forgot all about that, but I've never seen it anywhere. But I've seen this. See, I didn't see this on newsstands either. I saw this on a comic shop wall for like $50 or $60 a few years after it came out. I don't even remember where.
This issue is unreleased in the United States. It's only known from foreign language editions in
Beatles?
French. This issue, the number 7.
It was I never saw it on any racks.
Yeah, the French market and for French-speaking Canadian market and in Dutch. But
that's why it's so expensive.
It was a huge flop.
Well, the distribution
the movie. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about I'm talking about this Beatles issue.
Yeah, the Beatles issue number 7. Yeah.
No, this is 4.
Oh, 4.
We're talking about the Bee Gees thing.
The Bee Gees one. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sidetracking. Yeah.
But that's not even. They didn't even find a copy to scan here. So
what they're saying here on that issue, not the Beatles one, but they're saying the book was originally intended to be published in English, but it was a nightmare to work on, as Marvel Comics had no support from Robert Stigwood organization. I guess that's the film people. And the script to the movie kept changing every. So it's a disaster when they made that movie. If you read about
the Bee Gees movie,
the Bee Gees movie, yeah. Because of this and the negative response, the comic was instead printed in France, French-speaking areas of Canada, and the Netherlands. So,
anybody ever even show that movie?
I don't see it anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's not.
Fiona.
No one likes that. But
yeah. Fiona. In this case, I think this was Perez did base layouts. That's with his ink. Yep. Yep. Klaus Janson was great though. Anyway. However, this cover though, by Tom Palmer. Tom Palmer was brilliant. He passed us about a year or two ago. He mostly did inking stuff, but he did a lot of commercial work. So that's weird, dude. They don't even have that. They don't even have the issue here.
Yeah. Well, they probably couldn't get it. Yeah. No. So rare.
Couldn't scan it. No one has it. There's another Kiss. Knights in Satan's Service. I remember they were calling it that.
Should have had a team up with Son of Satan.
They should have.
God, my mom was. Everyone was so appalled that.
Oh, mine too. My parents, they hated Kiss.
Oh God. All
parents hated Kiss. Boom, boom,
Then the
boom,
more
boom,
popular
boom.
they got, yeah.
Yep. That always aggravated me. Even I went to see Jaws 2. There's no Jaws 1 comic book adaptation. It's just the Jaws 2.
Could you pan down a little bit so I can see the teeth?
Sure. I know that's what you want to see.
Yeah, I just want to see the teeth. Yeah. There we go. Look at those
Yeah,
teeth.
of course. Yeah, those teeth are something. Cinema Gulp, what's up? Let's see how the poll's doing while you look at those teeth.
Yep.
So far, we've got 27 votes so far. Wow. And Bixby's got a monstrous lead that I don't see him ever relinquishing. I actually like, and Bannon is in second place with 11%. I thought Norton was better than him, but Bannon was, to be fair to Bannon, his movie was so bad that it just doesn't, it's kind of a wash. I mean,
Didn't Norton have a fight
terrible
with the producers or with Marvel or with something?
Yeah, but he wanted input.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's not the Marvel way.
No.
Did she survive? The poor girl?
Who, this girl? I'm sure she
In
did.
with the nice teeth.
No. I'm going to say negative.
You say negative on that one yet? Oh my God, that's horrible.
Ain't that terribly? This, yeah, I'm sorry. Jaws 2 was not very good.
Did you see the 30-foot shark off of Martha's Vineyard they were showing on the news?
This looks like Gene Colan and Tom Palmer. Say what now?
She got munched. They were showing a 30-foot shark, and they said Jaws is about 20 feet. So this 30-foot shark was swimming off of Martha's Vineyard. Yep. It's going to eat a lot of rich people, I think. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I used to go swimming. One of my buddies had a place, and his parents had a place in Chatham for the summer, so I'd go visit a lot of times. But they had there was the outer island. There was a bank, so you'd swim. Like the water didn't get, it was very calm. It was like swimming on a lake. It was totally protected from the ocean. And then it broke through there. So now you've got the ocean, so a lot of the beaches got ruined, or now the sharks can come right into the water, So it's kind of like a secluded landmass was out there. So now, of course, now with all the conservation, the seals are back, and then now the sharks are back. I don't know if I go swimming off of Cape Cod anymore.
Yes. I called it. It is Gene Colan and Tom Palmer. Wow.
Yeah, yep.
I knew it.
Cinema Gulp saw that shark. Holy, yeah.
Remember
Holy bat repellent Batman.
This movie was so silly because, all right, how are you going to top the other? It wasn't. I mean, it was kind of okay. I mean, as a kid, we didn't mind it, but there's this stupid scene where the shark eats a helicopter. Let me find that.
And it wasn't the whole revenge thing. It was supposed to be like the son of Jaws or something.
No, that
like
was
the shark.
Jaws the Revenge.
Was that the third? It was Revenge. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just Jaws 2. Here it is. Look, there's a helicopter, and then this shark jumps up and freaking eats the goddamn helicopter.
Tasty.
That was a silly movie. Directed by Gino Schwartz, a guy who directed TV episodes of Rockford and other stuff, which was fine. Rockford was great. But, So, yes, good job. But it was actually a really good job by the great Gene Colan and the great Tom Palmer.
Well, he's making that look semi-believable right there, right?
It looked this looks stupid. Okay, this looks stupider in the movie, but it's still stupid. A shark eating a helicopter was so asinine. Like, it ain't a dinosaur, dummies. A dinosaur wouldn't be working.
Was Jaws 3D called Jaws the Revenge also, or was that?
No, Jaws the Revenge was the fourth movie.
The fourth one, okay.
With Michael Caine in it, sort of. Jaws
that was
3D
the paycheck
was,
movie, yeah.
Yeah, Jaws 3D was in that crappy 3D they had in the early 80s.
Oh, God, I went to see that with my friend Brian.
Hey, Chief Shadow. Yeah, it was terrible. So let's see.
We were laughing at the
Dennis
movie.
Quaid.
3D sucked, yeah.
Dennis Quaid, Simon McCorkindale. Hey, Battlestar Galactica. I had the treasury of this. This is the actual the super special bigger format thing. I love this cover right here. Fleeing from the Cylon tyranny, the last Battlestar Galactica leads a ragtag fugitive fleet on a lonely quest. A shining planet known as Earth. I miss real Galactica. That's my Galactica. Now, the problem with this comic adaptation, folks, back Mark, by the way, my buddy Mark C and I, our dear departed Mark C and I, back when I first started on YouTube, we did a whole show about movie comic book adaptations. I need to do that again, I guess. And Empress NM, hello there. Problem with this adaptation is that Ernie Colon drew it. This is all cool right here. Great cover. All cool right here. But man, oh man, my buddy Roger McKenzie, whom I met, nice dude. But drawn and colored by Ernie Colon. I like Ernie, okay, but man, look at the ships.
That's beautiful, yeah.
You like it? I don't know, man. Look at he colored it. This was before they had seen the show. So look, the Viper pilot's helmet's red.
Yeah. But you don't know, right? I mean,
and the ships, I don't know.
Well, he went with the stripes on the ship. He matched the stripes color to the helmet color.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. Some of the art's okay. Now I look back, but the ships look weird. Look, I guess it's color. You never knew what color to make the helmets. And he didn't do a great job on the ships. They're okay. They're weird looking, kind of. Cylons look good. Look at it, red Viper helmet.
It's not bad. I mean, it just doesn't match, but it's not.
Yeah, it's pretty good
either.
though.
It's not bad, I would say. Yeah.
All right, Cinema Gulp. Thanks for popping in. It's good to see you, my friend.
Have a good one. Watch out for sharks.
Yes, yeah, Princess. I agree with you. The faces are good. I like Ernie Colon. I'm just saying, it was always my whole problem with this adaptation was kind of always the faces. But all this now I'm looking. Maybe it's just my old eyes now like it so much better. Great page right here. Cylons look really good. The color schemes are weird, but again, this just adapts, of course, the first episodes. It looks really good, though. Look at that arm on the Cylon. What the hell?
Yeah, that's weird. God.
Well, like I said,
of course, we had humans in suits. It's all they could do back then. Especially with the TV show budget. Although the budget for that show was astronomical. So I can imagine where, you draw something that's more robotic per se. Yep.
Yeah. This is when Rick Springfield gets killed. Sucks. Blows up. Cylon warships. So yeah, pretty cool. Man, remember when they adapted movies and comics and stuff?
Yeah, they don't do that anymore, pretty much, don't they? Or
no, not at all. When's the last time you seen a movie adapted from a comic?
Can't remember one, right?
So, yeah, much more. Yeah, yes, much rounder. Hungry Boy really has me appreciated artists that can do consistent faces. Hungry Boy, I hadn't seen him in ages. Whatever, he doesn't come see us anymore, so I don't know.
Well, he did say that drawing likenesses were among the toughest things to do. Yep.
Yeah. I have the look at this. This is good art though.
Oh, that's good. It's good stuff. Yeah.
I have the treasury of it. Oh, that's pretty cool right there. Special effects. I love this show. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, anyway. I
I always tease my friend. I mentioned a lot of friends. My friend Larry had Battlestar Galactica sheets, and he still had them into high school. So like it was just. I think he still has them. It was like a running joke. Like Larry, you still got your Battlestar Galactica sheets? F you! I love Battlestar Galactica. You know. Yeah.
Oh, that's true, Gwag. They did adapt the Jar Jar Abrams filth tracks in the show in the adaptations. Well, but they haven't done much since. I think they did. I think he's right. They did. IDW.
Well, they had that countdown series, what they said was counted as canon, and they had B4 becoming Data, and the command was it the Enterprise? Was he Commander of the Enterprise, or was it another ship? I can't remember, but
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
But then, of course, they violated their own comic book that was supposed to be canon, but that was a pretty cool idea. That made sense. But you don't want Data to die. Bring him back as
Star Lord. Yep.
And get him command of a starship.
Yep. This is when Star Lord was a cool, badass space cop.
Yep.
Colin and Palmer. Yeah. Gene Colan, not Ernie Colan. Oh, yeah, this is cool. Anyway, sorry, folks. I was just messing around looking at silly shit. I apologize. We'll get to something. But we're,
I'm trying. This is good stuff, I think. Yeah.
Fiona says, my husband is sick, so I made him a chicken soup the Texas way. I drove down to the diner and bought a pot. Wow. Nice. Man, you're
a lucky guy.
He is one lucky feller. Lucky. Star Lord. Hey, he's not doing a dance off in this one. No mine.
Oh, it's a great dancer. It's one of his superpowers. So.
Yeah. Warrior.
Oh, the posters in the magazines too.
Yeah. God, comics used to be so good. And so
as a kid, you'd love getting magazine. And those posters would end up on your wall. I mean, whenever you couldn't wait to rip it out. Well, I would carefully bend the staples and open it and pull out the poster. But God, I love getting those mags of posters. Yep.
Remember the movie Meteor? Even that got a freaking comic book adaptation. Martin Landau,
Meteor.
Sean Connery.
Martin Landau.
You don't remember Meteor?
Well, that's the 70s. I don't think I'm remembering Meteor.
It wasn't a big movie, but it was called
Meteor. I
Meteor.
think I remember that one.
Special color.
Of course, you remember it, but
Natalie Wood. Let's see.
Well, that was the 70s. Was Earthquake the first big disaster movie that started the craze?
Towering Inferno.
Or no? But who came first? Was it Earthquake?
I think Towering Inferno, maybe, but it could be the other way around. Fiona says that was not a good movie. It was ripped off later by some of those other asteroid movies.
Towering Inferno was 74. Let's see, when was Earthquake?
Another Gene Colan and Tom Palmer. Those guys were doing good at this. So yes,
Earthquake was 74 too.
Yeah, this movie had who was in this thing? I think it was Sean Connery, right? And I know Martin Landau was in it.
'79. Yep, Sean Connery, Natalie Wood, Ronald Neame, Henry Fonda, Martin Landau.
The airport movies, could not be reached. Those were kind of disaster movies. I like some of those airport movies that were silly but fun. Of course, Airplane was the best. Yeah. No, so all right. So Meteor. Here you go. Look,
Barbara Eden was in it.
Oh, man, I don't even know if I'm not 100% sure.
I've never seen that.
That I went to the theater or not. There's Sean Connery, drawn by Gene Colan. There he is. A sail into history. I'm right here. I'm the teacher. Bond. There. Look. Palmer, the sneaky bastard, he made him look like Connery in that panel. See, there he didn't. There he did.
He snuck him in, yeah.
Because they really weren't always supposed to do that.
Or they might have had the likeness approval. Yeah, yeah.
Right there, they didn't do it as much. Yes, you
Film
see,
was
I'm supposed to be Sean Connery.
the film was a box office flop and received negative reviews. Nominated for Academy Award for Best Sound, but it's follows a group of scientists struggling with the Cold War politics after an asteroid is detected to be on collision course with the Earth. It was inspired by 1967 MIT report Project Icarus. Which you remember we got all those. Then we remember we got Armageddon. What was the other movie that
It
was
was
as
Deep Impact and Armageddon.
Deep Impact and Armageddon the same year? It's like two
Right.
movies the same. So
Right.
Deep Impact is an
This was like that.
Armageddon.
That was like this. This is what as soon as
Yeah,
I heard about those movies, I was like, sounds like Meteor.
yeah.
And I don't even think I went to the theater to see this. And I used to go see everything. I guess I just didn't care. I remember seeing this. I knew about the movie. I mean, you knew about movies just as you knew about them, right? And I saw the comic book. I mean, the Marvel Super Special, and didn't bother buying it. Obviously, good art by Colin and Palmer, though.
Gene Siskel's got a great line about this. He said he gave the Chicago Tribune gave the film 1.5 stars out of 4 and wrote, "Let's face it, the bottom line on a disaster film is how special its effects are. How special are its special effects? With Meteor, the answer is not very. The big meteor in the picture hurtling towards Earth at 30,000 miles an hour looks like something I recently found at the bottom of my refrigerator. Green bread." God bless Gene Siskel with the.
Was it Airport 75 or 77 when they tried to put a pilot in the plane through the hole? It was. I think it was. It might be 77. Wasn't Charlton Heston in the 77, or was he in 75? Can't remember. I'm not sure. But somebody here will know. Oh, Brian Hepburn says, "Oh, you like the first in 77? There were like 3. There were 4 of those. TV version 77 with the extra footage is awesome." I don't know which movie it was then, Fiona, but I did watch them. First one was pretty acclaimed. Dean Martin was in the first one, Airport, the one from 1970. We haven't got movies in pairs because of the production. Here, yeah, oh yeah. Well, just like a script will bump around Hollywood, right? And when it gets picked up, another good example of what you were talking about, with Deep Impact and Armageddon. Was when The Abyss came out by James Cameron.
Yep.
Well, that took a long time to make. Well, 2 movies with the same basic premise or very similar that were about underwater, bases, except they were monster movies, but they were still about an underwater base. Came out Deep Rising and Deep Star 6 and Leviathan with Peter Weller. They came out They came up before The Abyss, but The Abyss had been bumping around a while. They probably just slapped them together.
Yeah, well, it's like Marvel copies DC or DC copies Marvel. It's nothing is totally private and how gets out. Yeah, and they're like, oh, but the 70s disaster movies, that was a huge deal. It was always it's just all of a sudden there were always disaster movies. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So sometimes the rip off will come out quicker. And again, who knows? But I don't think I ever watched Deep Star 6, but I did go see Leviathan because Peter Weller was in it. It's kind of a crappy movie. It's a schlocky monster movie. The Abyss I like The Abyss though, but that movie has ending issues. Have you seen The Abyss? You've seen The Abyss.
Yeah. With the alien contact in the end, and
yeah.
That was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It was a movie that made you think. And I love anything underwater and submarines, and
yeah.
It's been so long, and the special effects are groundbreaking. Of course, that helped Cameron set up, making his most brilliant movie ever, Titanic, which Clobberin Times and I went to see like 20 times. So when we see each other, maybe
you got me confused with a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Now, Wikipedia is listing 43 disaster films in the 70s. Yeah.
That many, huh? Jeez.
Wow. Well,
this wasn't
Airport, Hurricane,
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
I don't know that one.
Richard Harris, Anthony Hopkins. Poseidon Adventure. Just naming a few of them.
Poseidon Adventure, yeah, and beyond the Poseidon Adventure, which wasn't that good.
Yeah, China Syndrome. Oh, Colossus, the Forbin Project. Well,
that's not a disaster
not a
movie. It's a
disaster
great
movie.
it's a
Come on,
great science fiction movie, but it's not a.
like Damnation Alley. That's a science fiction.
You
movie.
hear that they're trying to get rid of Colossus, the Forbin Project.
What do you mean?
They're trying to take it off. I don't know. Someone said, I forgot where I said that. I think a friend of mine was telling me, he gave me the DVD of it a long time ago, the Blu-ray, a long time ago. But they're trying to take it out of circulation or something.
Because it's too much of a warning now. Yeah,
I've heard that. Now it could be. He said he's heard that. And I don't know. I would not put it past them to do it. Anyone here who's not seen Colossus, the Forbin Project, you should see it.
Oh, it's a phenomenal. Yeah, and you reviewed it on the Clubhouse with Raquel. I think was I there for that one? I can't remember, but I think maybe I was. Or at one point you reviewed the Forbin Project. Yep, with Raquel.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I think she talked about it. Yeah, we did talk.
She talked about. Yeah, I think.
And I had seen it recently, so I think you were there probably.
I'm pretty sure. Yep. And then 70s Rock Fan did a review of that this year, and I was on that panel.
Oh, okay. That's a great movie. Eric Braeden. It was around the same time he was in Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Yep. Quarantines in terms of the filming filming it on the water. That's it. But you're right, though. Yeah, the CGI and the liquid effect, but it also set up. It said a lot of the techniques he learned from filming in the water help. But Cameron's an amazing technological filmmaker. I mean, you got to give him that. But
yep. He was Dr. Forbin, and he was Dr. Hasline. The Eric Braeden. Then he was on soap operas forever. The original. You mean the original animated Transformers? Yes, Lasher, my buddies J-Man and Sean are going to see that, the big special showing of the Transformers movie. It's like coming up,
the anniversary,
anniversary coming up, whatever that is. So, what is it? Okay, so here you go. This was the one. Man, I wore this sucker out. They've come out with a reprint of this a few years ago, like a nice. It was like $6. It was like a very nice paper reproduction of this. Man, I could never get enough of this thing. A 23rd Century Odyssey today.
Hey, everyone who listens to us knows how much we love that movie.
I love this. We reviewed this on the.
Yeah. It
was our first Star Trek comic review. But yes, Dave Cockrum, Klaus Janson on the inks, of course. But yeah, so love it. Now, of course, next up was another one that, again, they had a lot of space between these things. But man, I bought this on the stand, and I read it, or I skimmed most of it, but I didn't want, and I wasn't against spoilering that much back then, but I did wait for the movie. So I just kind of looked at the pictures a little bit, didn't read it, and didn't look at the ending, because it came out like 2 weeks before the freaking movie.
Yeah.
Is there a 2001 comic? Yes, by Jack King Kirby.
The King. That's
by
what
the
I should have
King.
bought.
In fact, I'll show it to you right now. They also did a Marvel Super Special adaptation of 2010, but yeah. Oops. Damn it.
Yeah, in Argentina. Yeah, I remember reading about Cameron. They were supposed to. He ran out of oxygen when they're filming, and they were supposed to have a backup diver with an oxygen tank, and the backup diver didn't realize that he was out of air, so he kept trying to, get air from the other diver, so he ended up punching the guy, I think, and taking his, to get the oxygen mask, because you're down at depth. I mean, you just so he did almost die filming that in Harris too. Yeah, it was yeah, very difficult. Anything with water, anything underwater. Wow. Not easy to film. Yeah, that's why Waterworld was such a disaster to film too. Yeah,
they did 10 issues of the comic, but there was also There, Fiona, they also compiled it in a big old Treasury edition. The only thing they reproduced here, though, was the regular issues of the comic. King Kirby himself, based on the concepts from the MGM Stanley Kubrick production. I wish they put a pre-production of the Treasury edition on here. A better scan of this.
Better quality. Yeah, that's one. I wish I had those. Yeah.
Kirby went kind of crazy with it, but yeah.
I win the lottery someday. Yep.
I mean, he would.
I wonder how expensive those are. Yeah.
Yeah. Those I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the regular issues. I have the Treasury. Wish I had regular issues. Look at the crazy stuff he did with it. I mean,
we can only expect greatness from Kirby, of course, and
yeah. They don't have the Treasury here. I need the Treasury. What's wrong with this thing? That's it. Okay, that makes more sense. That's the comic that came later. This is the full Treasury edition. The Treasury edition is the adaptation. There you go. They got
and then there's the comic, right?
Yeah,
this is actually like 12 issues
British,
or something.
This is the British version. Yeah, there were the comic, but yeah, this is the movie adaptation right here. That was it. I mean, he went beyond the movie, which was weird. He did his own thing because he's Jack and he liked to do weird shit. Look what he did with some of the brilliant art here. Where he did some like photo crazy art. Look at that. It's unreal.
No,
hey, it's Courtney.
I've looked through those before. Hey, Courtney. Night, Brogu. Yep.
Well, this is the 70. They took this scan from a British version of the Treasury edition. I have the American Treasury edition, of course. Look, I use all kind of crazy looking like photo stuff here. But he did adapt the movie. I was just showing you the series that he did after that for a second. Wah, 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 wah. Look, I love this. I love this page right here.
I mean, Kirby's perfect for this. I mean, who else with the science and the
yeah, it's messed up. It's so crazy. Was there a comic version of Dr. Strangelove? I don't think so. Fairly sure no. I will tell you this, because I did a lot of research of comic book adaptations of movies. Again, a few years back when Mark C and I did our show about it, and I did a deep dive because I wasn't going to just work in my own experience. I wanted to cover everything I could, so I went back as far as I could in terms of comic movie adaptations, and it's been a while now, so I'm fuzzy on the info, but they go way back. Way before Marvel was ever bothering to do it. Dell did it. Gold Key and Charlton. They were adapting a lot of TV shows too, but a lot of movies. You'd be surprised about some of the movies that got comic book adaptations. So it's not like Marvel invented it or anything. They're not even close. But they're the ones that we remember. When I was younger, I remember in the 80s, late 70s into the 80s, into the early 90s, it was a standard practice for almost all the big or at least the bigger summer movies all had comic book adaptations. They weren't always very good. Some of them had really crappy art. Like you talk about that Buckaroo Banzai one being expensive. I didn't like the art too much in that one. Joe Dog, what's up, buddy?
Yep, well, it's expensive. Yep.
So anyway, this is Kirby craziness right here. One of Marvel's earliest, not their earliest, but one of their earliest. Look at that. It's crazy. That's nutty, isn't it?
Yep.
Hey, Jill, what's up?
Great imagination. Good.
Hey, Jill, yeah.
Hey, Joe.
But yeah, you think you want it to be trippy.
Of course, if you watch 2001, you always got to put Pink Floyd Echoes on for the last 15 or so minutes. God, it makes that end scene perfect.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Jill, I don't think the comic answers what the watermelon is for. You can find some transcripts on the internet that was in the script. And the novelization by Earl Mac Rowell talks about it. I've forgotten what it is now because it's been so long, but the novelization of The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension by Earl Mac Rowell, who wrote the original script, does talk about what the watermelon was for. Quite frankly, right now, I can't even remember because it's been like since the 80s since I read that book. And what she's referring to, of course, is in the movie when they're chasing Lectroids through the Buckaroo Banzai's complex. They're in some room, and was it Jeff Goldblum asks asks Reno or whatever what's the watermelon there for you? I'll tell you later.
I'll tell you later. That's probably all it is. It's probably, I mean, sometimes the artists.
No, they I'll tell you like this, Jill. I'm not saying it's not in the comic, but I don't remember it being in the comic. But it's been forever. In fact, I'll check it for you to see, because if it's in the comic, I want to know about it. No mine?
Yep. Well, sometimes they, filmmakers, they just do crazy stuff like that just to get everyone, and it ends up not meaning anything, but it just becomes a thing.
It was in one of the she was the Buckaroo Banzai Super Special. 30-something. Look, Last Starfighter.
Yep, another great movie.
Muppets Take Manhattan. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It's right up in here somewhere. Crawl. It's this way. Are you human? No. Wow, check it. Give me a human test. What the hell's wrong with you? Why would a bot be on this page? A bot reads comics?
Sure, yeah.
There it is. There it is. Nilsi Buckaroo Banzai and Patterson. My name is John Parker. Identify yourself? No. Now, I like Mark Texier. He's actually we have a mutual friend. He's a nice guy, but I was never super big on the art in this thing. So I'll tell you what, Jill, if you're still there, let's take a look.
We got a watermelon?
This art. Man, I guess that's what.
Pineapple on pizza on this one.
Yeah, they do. Okay, this is coming up. Yeah, I did not like. I'm Mark Texier's art. I did not like it in this.
Could two unladen African swallows carry a watermelon?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good.
So I don't think this the watermelon scene's in this at all. Yeah, no. That's where it would be. Lectroids from Planet 10 by way of the Eighth Dimension. No watermelon. John Big Booty. John Big Booty. Tay. One more word out of you, John Big Booty. Yeah, I love this movie so much. Seen it so many times.
Oh, and Max says, yeah, today's the birthday of Rowdy Roddy Piper.
We
should have brought bubblegum to the party, but I'm all out. But yeah, I heard saw they were doing some celebrations of his life. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big wrestling fan, especially back then. And yeah, God, he was great, so charismatic, and a good actor. And They Live, of course.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
yeah, he
that
was
was
great.
yeah.
It's a wild card night, Jill. So we're just doing anything that pops up. It's all random up here on the wild card. You know that. It's a lot of fun. We had a great big crowd here tonight. Yes, good to see you all. Glad you're all here.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. Yes. We're all just cutting back, chilling out on a freaking
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Yeah,
Wild card Wednesday. Yep.
Sometimes they didn't give the best art to the comic adaptation.
It's not terrible though. I mean, I've seen a lot worse.
I don't like it too much. There's Sheena.
Yeah, but
see, every movie got a damn adaptation.
Oh, they had.
See, I bought this. This looks like Gray Morrow, so I probably bought it. Let me see. Yep, Gray Morrow. We actually went to the theater to see this like idiots. Bunch of dumbasses, bunch of jackasses.
Well, come on, you get your money's worth.
No, the movie sucks. This movie's
The View was good.
The View's a piece of garbage show. Oh, you mean I know. Conan the Destroyer.
That's that one went way up in value the last few years.
This one?
Yeah, it's $80 now. We're around $80 to $100. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's got John Buscema art. So.
Yep. Oh, you know what else came?
Wasn't that good?
Before I forget, you know what else came out today? The Micronauts Omnibus.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, Gwag got that. Gwag, did you get that?
Oh, you got it, Gwag?
She and the Queen of the Bedroom. Yes. But who said that to get their ticket? Ask for a ticket to Sheena Queen of the Bedroom, because somebody was dared to say it. One of the three of us, Minimus was one of us, and I don't know who was end up saying it because I'm not going to admit it to anything. One of us might have said that. Give me a ticket to Sheena Queen of the Bedroom, which was totally uncalled for.
Hail to Booger 414 says They Live as a documentary, and yeah, in many ways, unfortunately, yeah it is.
Hey, Booger.
Consume.
So this is Bill Sienkiewicz Dune adaptation. I think I bought that. Here's the 2010 adaptation. I like. Am I the only one that liked 2010? I thought it was pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
The art was okay because of Tom Palmer inks. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I mean, it was a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. I mean, because everyone was going to hold it to the standards of 2001. That's true. Roy Scheider did write The House. I love Roy Scheider, man. He's great. So, yeah. Anyway, I love these old Marvel stupid specials. Red Sonja movie, that sucked. Vince Coletta.
Tanya Roberts is a cutie patootie, as Raquel would say, and Sheena, I have to say.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, she was, but
yeah. Horrible movie, though. Yeah.
Did you watch Santa Claus the movie?
I did not.
Frank Springer. Yeah, I mean, see what I mean? Every movie had a freaking adaptation. Labyrinth had an adaptation.
Yeah, that's worth a lot of smack rolls right now. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of the more expensive ones too. Yep. And I actually own the Labyrinth mini. I wonder if this is the same as. Does it have all 4 issues of the miniseries, or is this just one?
Yes. This
compiles the.
It doesn't compile it. This is the original. The other one breaks it down into 4 parts. They always did that.
This came
yes
before.
Pretty much simultaneously. What they would do is they would always do the adaptation formatted for the Marvel Super Special, right?
Oh, okay.
And then they would release individual issues for the newsstand. They did it with all of them. Every adaptation
like Conan
they did.
I have.
Yeah, they did. They have. So in other words, if you have the comic book size version,
that's what I have. Yeah.
Yeah, it's broken into like 3 or 4 issues or whatever. 4 issues.
It's 3 issues. I think Labyrinth. Let me check.
But the super specials all all in one. It's all in one. So
So that explains it. All right, thank you for that. Yep.
well, you were wondering whether the regular
Yeah, well, I
issues-
was wondering if it was just like a different, different
no,
adaptation.
same thing. And the only weird one is the Blade Runner adaptation. They did it as well, but the regular, even the super specials, the one that has the whole thing rather than the broken up into multiple issues. And it's great art by Al Williamson, but that one's comic size format, but it's a regular issue. In other words, it's not magazine size like the rest of these. I can't even tell you why. Look, the Howard the Duck adaptation movie. Howard the Duck. This movie really sucks. Howard the Suck. There it is. So see the Blade Runner? Great Steranko cover. This is the one of, I don't know if, and there was one of a few issues that was not magazine sized. I don't know why. Because the adaptation of Rock and Rule was also this size. Remember Rock and Rule?
Yeah, Rock and Roll. Yeah. Rock and Roll, no Rock and Roll. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is great art by Al Williamson and inked by Carlos Garzon. Well, Williamson and Garzon did the pencils and inked by Dan Green. It was a pretty good inker. Yeah. Bop, 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 bop. What was next? Ding, ding, ding. Annie. See, that was magazine size.
I wish I had that. God.
Why?
I'm joking.
Oh.
God, my sister was such an Annie freak.
Win Mortimer. You could have
Loved
had that.
Annie.
Let's see, the Dark Crystal.
Wow, so Labyrinth. Sorry, Labyrinth #1, the comic book version, is $80.
Whoa.
A movie. Number 2, I don't know why, is saying $235. And number 3, they're saying is $43. I only have 2 and 3. I don't have Labyrinth #1. Drag Nabbits.
You need to get the super special. Is that expensive?
I'm betting that. Yeah, that was very expensive too. Yeah, but some reason issue number 2 of the Labyrinth, I don't know why, is worth saying $235. Which is weird. Like why would number 2 be worth more than number 1? It's like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
that is weird. Weird.
Yeah. Weird.
Rock and Rule.
Yep.
That was a weird movie.
That was a big flop. There's a lot of people love that movie, but it was a big time flop.
They did look like they just used animation cells.
Yeah, which is fine too. I think it's nothing wrong with that if you're adapting the movie, right? And it's an animated movie. Use some cells, right? Yeah.
Octotutsi.
Oh, I got to get that. That was for my birthday party. I've told you all guys about that.
You went to see that, huh?
Went to see that, yeah. My mom got the movie title wrong, but yeah.
Oh.
But we always used to go see that. Like that was our birthday party back in the day. You'd have, you'd have McDonald's or something, or cake, and then you'd go see the movie. Yep.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Simple times.
Get in the time. It's time to go see Bleep. Octopus. Yeah, come on, Mom.
I actually didn't think it was that bad a movie.
I liked Octopus. Yeah, of course.
War was getting up there.
It was, but it was still fun. There was some great scenes in that. Yeah, he's a little old, but he's not too bad. I guess when you're younger too, you don't. What year was that? 81 when that came out, or
80? No, 83.
83,
I believe.
Yeah, so
it was. I mean, yeah. Oh, there's the Return of the Jedi adaptation. Sienkiewicz cover. Long time ago, when a galaxy far, far away, we made a movie about Muppets, and we made Luke and Leia brother and sister, whether you like it or not. So they're and Ewoks. Well. Maud Adams looked better in this movie than And then in The Man with the Golden Gun over 10 years earlier. I guess, says Putin's cat, I guess. Yeah. She did look really good in this.
Yep.
Al Williamson was overpowered by Carlos Goes On and Tom Palmer. And Williamson didn't do full art on this thing, and it showed kind of. But still, it was Williamson. Wah, 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 wah. I remember this was I bet this is expensive. Maybe not. But it's
probably anything Star. I mean,
they tried to release this in stores in New York. Like, hey, Matthew Pounder, good to see you. Like 2 weeks before the movie came out, I was working running Southland Comics at the time, and it was Georgie boy wasn't happy about that.
I can't imagine not. Yeah.
Crawl. Dull. Everyone, the people that like this movie, do you like it?
J-Man J-Man loves Crawl, right?
Yeah, but he's J-Man. He likes everything.
J-Man likes everything.
J-Man, you like everything, dude.
Is he related to Mikey?
Yep. No, he doesn't.
Life Cereal.
Remember Dragon Slayer?
Yep.
That was some kind of year.
Busy.
For Your Eye Bags Oldie with the Howard Chaykin cover.
For your eyes,
Eye Bags Oldie. Oldie for yours.
Oh, James.
Hey, James. What the hell's wrong with you? When you think the rumors about her are true, I'm not going to say what they are.
No, that's not her. No. It's a different character. It's a different person.
Good, because she was beautiful. Bob, are you going
the
to
other
see...
person is pretty that you're referencing is actually pretty damn good. Well, I won't say anything on the air, but there was a reason for that too. I'll tell you off after. I did a lot of research.
No shame in that. I just didn't see. I never went to see it, to be honest with you. I didn't want to. I have nothing against Crawl. I was just being an a-hole. Sorry about that.
Oh, good night, Brian Hepburn.
Wait a minute. J-Man likes everything. Checks his alternative. Yeah. Watch it. Check his alternative factor review. He didn't hate it. I went there and told him how bad it was. He's been doing a nice job on his videos. He's got, I'm enjoying his reviews, but we don't always agree, but he's the greatest. So great dude. Hey, Clobby, are you going to see the Ungentlemanly Warfare this week? I hadn't planned to, and I don't really know much about it, Joe Dog, so not on my radar, but nothing against it either, but I just don't know about it. Are you yeah. Do you know anything about that?
No.
Howard the Cluck.
37. There we go.
Oh my God. This is Howard Chaykin ink by Vince Coletta. Holy dog.
Wowzers.
That is ugly.
He ruined it.
Boy, Vince Coletta is the worst inker who ever lived. I don't care. I'll take anybody on that one. I mean, Chaykin is an a-hole, but his art was good back then, usually. I mean, he barely did layouts and he got paid. He didn't care, I guess.
Well, scroll backwards a little bit to the pool scene in this movie. Keep going up. Okay, so go back.
That?
You go to the pool scene. The person in reference you were talking about is in that scene.
That one?
No, I won't mention. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Why did they say it about Carol Bouquet then?
It's
because she's the main girl in the movie.
Yeah, and it's totally it's. I did a lot of research on that for Back to Tuesday.
Okay. Oh, y'all did this movie.
Yeah.
I stand under it. I'm under the standing and standing under. Now this was a good adaptation here, with a great cover. See, Chaykin did a nice cover for this Raiders. And this you had John Buscema. Anyway, we're about to get out of here, folks. But yeah, this movie's just too good to be true.
All time great. Yeah.
As soon as I scroll to this and start hearing that opening music, not even the theme, just that
Yeah.
You know, the quiet music at the beginning when we first see Indy. Oh, it's just too good. Carolyn Cossie was her name. Okay. It was just a weird thingy, I guess. That's the way it goes sometimes. All right, well, honestly. Oh, it was one of the minor Bond girls. Okay, but the rumor was true. Just wasn't. I got you, but I for some reason, thank you, Fiona, and thank you, Mark. I don't know why I always thought it was. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I do that. You know, I have a bad learning disability, so I don't focus or pay attention very well. I'm easily distracted. What was I talking about?
The Bond girl, but it was a minor Bond. Yeah.
Oh, it was just me being silly saying what I was. I knew what we were talking about. I was just being goofy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, man, I mean, look, this has been great, everybody. We've been here over 3 hours, and you've all been fantastic. I don't want to leave. I'm like the David Tennant Doctor.
You want to do a 24-hour stream?
Yes, let's go. If we're doing a 24-hour stream, though, I'm gonna need to get up and
stretch,
walk around and stretch. But yeah, no, we're not. I don't do those, but I do other types of streams. So let me first of all, before I start to get out of here, I'll ask you if you have anything going on, Marker.
Well, we're gonna have hopefully some watch parties tomorrow. I keep threatening to do the Night Stalker. I got to get up early tomorrow, otherwise I would maybe do a watch party after the show tonight. But I gotta be at work. So, but definitely do one for Blake 7 if I have time. I'll do Night Stalker before the clubhouse, and then of course we'll be doing Sunday Night Geekery as always, and try to do maybe a couple more streams during the week. I hope everyone checked out my Slimer 3D print stream, which is pretty fun to have that take shape. I'm gonna maybe I'll do a video on painting that soon. So it looked like it came out pretty cool. But yeah, no, great to hang out there. Oh, Ezra's here. Good night, Ezra. Yep.
Ezra, good night. Yeah, hey Stephen Mac. Oh, well, good night, Stephen Mac. Because I left you a view. I viewed it the whole time on there.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot
all
of views
9 hours.
Actually. And actually, I was hanging out with Tom Connors after Toxic Tuesday, and he was showing me how to use this new AI program,
cool.
Sanu or something. It's like an AI music program. It's just wild. I mean, I'm talking about Foreman Project, but Tom did some music for Toxic Tuesday. We did Deliverance, so he made some songs with Toxic, for Toxic Tuesday. You can put in the lyrics, and I love Jethro Tull, so we're like, let's do a Jethro Tull song, style, and it was making some pretty darn good music. And then you put some lyrics in, and it's damn scary. I mean, it's really, really nuts. I mean, how good it, relatively good it was. So it's
thank you, Fiona.
SUNO. So Tom Connors has been using that, but wow,
cool. There you go. Thank you, Fiona. Well, what else you got going on?
That's it. But thank you for having me. Always
thanks for being here.
Talking really with the gang here. Yep.
Always appreciate it. Let's see. What do we do? Okay. So all right, everybody. Let's see your show noties and shout outies. What's going on? Okay, tomorrow. Well, of course, tomorrow night early at 6. I'll be at 6 Central. I'll be at the great Tom Connors Midnight After Dark with that august group. And then, of course, it is time for the clubhouse. That's the clubhouse right there. Blake 7 episode review tomorrow night. Voice from the Past. Kolchak episode. Episode 3, I think. And Star Trek Unlimited number 2. And so those reviews, and then Friday night's a great night for FF. That's right. Fantastic Fridays on the Great J-Man's channel. 6 Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Covering one of the most monumental runs in all of comics history. Probably the most important one there ever was. Jack King Kirby's legendary run on the world's greatest comic magazine. Fantastic Four 1 through 102. And the first 6 annuals. We've been having a blast. We do 4 issues a week. We've already done 2 weeks of it, so we'll have Fantastic Four issue 9 through 12. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing that. I don't know if I'll be there or not, but either way, I'm usually there at the great Nick Weiser's channel for the Friday Night Comic Shop talk, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Join me and Nick with the Friday Night Comic Shop boys. It's always good comic shop talk fun. I believe tomorrow night he's going to have a guest, the creators of the current ongoing humor mag, Flip City. So join Nick for that.
Nice.
And of course, Saturday night, Star Trek, same Trek time, same Clobby channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. 4 more scintillating episodes of Star Trek Magoy. And those are your episodes right there.
Isn't Blink of an Eye a Star TOS episode? Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, yes, it is. You're close enough. No, it isn't. But unless you know
it. Are you winking at me?
No.
No? Oh, I thought it was. Oh, you didn't get my joke. Darn it.
I'm sorry. Well, anyway, of course,
coming
soon to a Clobberin Times near you. I will be ranking every episode of Star Trek: The Original Series, and join us Sunday nights on the Great Mark D with a C's channel. End your week in geek. Sunday night geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and prepare to be hungry when you get geekery and eatery at the same time.
Yeah.
Some geekery, some eatery, but it is called Sunday Night Geekery. Join us. It's always a great time. And let's see.
It's 0 calorie. Sunday Night Eatery is also 0 calories. It's
yep,
just video here.
Or is it? So. Or is it? I've ordered Violence upon the BBC just like you wanted, says Max. Okay, I've ordered Violence. Wow, that's not a thing to say, is it? I don't even know what to make of that one, Max. Anyway, let's see. Violins. Oh, violins. Yeah. What's all this I hear about sax and violins on television? What's wrong with sax and violins? I like them. Miss Latella, no, it's anyway. All right, never mind. Shout outs to and we're gonna do some shouty outies here. Eric K, Chris Persia, D Bud Martin, Lord Doth, J Man, Maddie's daddy, who I think I'm seeing tomorrow. Or I think I'm going to lunch with him tomorrow, the next day, one of them. Cal L, Fandy Outsidey, Maximum Redstone, and Larry. And let's see who's here with us tonight. The wonderful Princess Fiona, love you, Fee. Jilly's here, anti-derivative Jill. Penny had the run, I think, but love you, Penny. RRT and Z, thank you for being here. Wes Cagle, could not be reached for the comment. RT and Z, okay, RT and Z. Ezra Goldstein, shalom. Ravenscroft, Wagner, Oliver Belamonte, Stephen Mack, Joe Dog, Chief Shadow, Chief Shadow 1750. JT Kirk. Let's see. All right. Son Lee, Putin's cat. I thought I saw Putin's cat. I thought I saw a putty cat. I did see a putty cat. Matthew Pounder. Sentai Ranger Donnie. Okay, sorry. Could not be reached for further comment. Brian Hepburn. Stephen Mack. Keely Chow, Roll Tower, Keely all the way in Hong Kong. He's seeing the world, man. He's going all over the place. Claude Perishable, Metamusness. Empress NM. Takes me a while to get to ones I haven't called out yet, folks, because so much going on and then the chopped.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
Brogu from my old hometown. Lasher. Sorry, folks. It just takes a bit. Cinema Gulp was here. All right, Cinema Gulp. Yeah. Probably a few more. It just takes a while to get to them.
Yep. Well, as I was mentioning that AI for music, like one thing you could, like Tom was doing, was creating songs for Midnight's Edge. But I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. But you can make a searching music. I'm gonna do like a quiz show, search songs, and we're scrolling. We have that, yeah.
Scrolling. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
Picasso.
a scrolling song, yeah.
Picasso. John Platt was here. All right, John. Damn, it's a lot. There's a lot. This is a busy chat room tonight, man. Apollomedes, Minion and the Pup, Roni, Grim was here. Man. Paulie popped in earlier from Latino Slant.
Paulie was here, yeah.
Paulie popped in. Adrian James. Claude Salling popped in. Me and my monkey popped in. K Roberts. FKH Tim, of course. And I think I got everyone. I've got.
Oh, the poll. Thank you, Max Redstone.
Oh!
The plane,
Thanks,
the poll.
I'm sorry, the poll. Let's see. I'll take this break to in the poll here. Okay, thank you all for voting in the poll. Man, damn it. Wow, I can't stand when I forget that. I should write it. Thank you. Thank you, Batsy. Where is it?
Poll?
Wait a minute. I ended it now. I can't find it.
Oh, now it came up. Now it came up in the YouTube chat. There it goes. Just popped up.
I'm in the YouTube chat. I don't see it.
I see it.
Oh, there it is. Fine. All right. So, what is your favorite live action Dr. Banner? 79% in first place, of course, for the great Bill Bixby. Eric Bana with a meager 10%, but he is in second place. And Norton and Fluffalo tie for third place with 5%. But I'm still going to put Norton ahead of Fluffalo because Fluffalo's a jerkweed dumbass Hollywood twerp. So there you go. Thank you for that reminder. Your Muslim uncle was here tonight as well. And now I'm going to, why do I always say I hate my memory? The great 1701 Tex was here. Mrs. Flu was here tonight. We never see the Flus at all. And it's good to see him here.
So it's not so bad to get the Flus once in a while.
That's the kind of flu you want to get. J-Man was actually here, but I already shouted him out. Lemon Pie was here. If you're going to get the flu, let it be the Mr. or Mrs. Flu, especially Mrs. Flu, of course.
And Poonscat, I don't think your Deliverance promo got played last night. Did you tweet it to anyone, or? But we had to be careful with that movie.
Tim's Talk was here. Okay, I think. Let me get this right quick. Oh, David Glenn was here. Captain Nemesis was here. DJ Play Nice. And I think I finally got everybody. Yeah. There we go. All right, unless somebody popped in. All right. Good to see you, Princess Fee. Look how beautiful you are. They used to still refer to the people with I can't believe I put that up there. I actually hit that thing. Sorry. Okay, everybody. Well, I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight. Thank you so much. You've been fantastic as always. I hope to see you again tomorrow night at the clubhouse. Until then, good night, everybody, and have a wonderful remainder of your, morning. Or have a great day tomorrow.
Wherever you are, have a great time. Yep.
Clobberin, my friends.
Thanks for the super chat, Wes Cagle.
Thank you for the super chat, Wes Cagle. Sorry, I played that. Anyway, I didn't know that was coming, but thank you so much. You're too kind. He says, I opened the window and influenza. I like it. Just for that, you get something. You get a special prize.
Draw that man in a chicken suit. It's the Chicken Man!
Cass, Super Cass.
Everything that guy just says, bullshit.
Brain and brain, what is brain?
Everything that guy just says, bullshit. Thank you.
Now, good night, everybody.
Poker. You know the game? Come get some.
The word is given.
Groovy.
You have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
I just love clobbering time.